Well, I hope we don't hurt his feelings.
We're live. I think it's too late for that. Why do I feel like I'm
Sorry, it's just a bunch of words. Don't mean nothing.
I feel like I'm forgetting something. All right. 3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo Podcast, episode 833, the Chewtle Podcast. The Go Nintendo Podcast is part of the HyperX Podcast Network. Listen to our show and other great shows on podcast.hyperx.com. Mom Brain, will you tell us about Chewtle, please? Chewtle. Chew, as in like chew.
Chewtle.
Chew on it.
As in a chode.
No. The chode Pokemon.
Apparently, the itch of its teething impels it. Impels?
This comes from the official Pokédex.
Impels it to snap its jaws at anything in front of it. They're a foot tall, 18 pounds, male and female. And the category, of course, is snapping.
Mm-hmm.
Abilities include shell armor, wherein a hard shell protects the Pokemon from critical hits.
Yeah.
And strong jaw. The
Brittany.
Pokemon's strong jaw boosts the power of its biting moves.
Thanks, Mom Brain. I appreciate it.
My
that was
pleasure.
great.
I liked it because it was short.
Mom Brain is here.
Yes, I am.
Kirby's here.
Hey.
Dew is here.
Ooh.
The one and only, the world famous, the world's best singer, my bro from college days, Josh
I'm a hardcore gamer.
Josh Grobot, the hardcore gamer's here. Josh, how you doing, my friend?
I'm feeling so great. Thanks for asking. Hangin' and bangin'.
Whoa, all right. Okay. Josh, you seem extra eager for the show today.
Why would you say that?
Because you're like jumping down our throats with your answers.
Thanks. Very cool.
He's a lot more upbeat than usual.
That's right. And of course, George is here. George, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing just lime, thank you.
You know, limes are a pretty refreshing summer fruit, right?
I wouldn't know any different. I eat them all year round. Just as refreshing.
I wouldn't know. I thought he wouldn't know any different because he's literally just carrying them all the time. He never stops to eat any.
Never tried one.
Yeah, don't care for him.
Wait, you can eat these things?
I mean, that's what he's trying to keep them away from his mouth.
Sorry, George. We're talking like you're not here. We're just jabbing
happening?
you. Oh, maybe that's it. Yeah, he's like, get these away from my mouth.
He's terrified of them.
You know, this wasn't in my list of topics to talk about today, but now I'm going to talk about it. See, I was right.
Whoa,
Start the show and he shows up. Hello, Solomester, Lincoln, Barry Bob, and Fluffernutter, and Alternus Liz, and Anastasia Beaverhausen, and Steve Irwin, R.I.P., and Ice Dilbert, and Nico Darunia, who booed us for being late as a joke, and Drake, and Grantimus, and Tamakoto, and of course, Slacker Monkey, and Nikki Hill with a haircut. Ooh,
looking good.
Looking fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh fade for the show.
Real nice.
What are you drinking there? Oh, Kirkland signature water? This guy's
Italian
high on the
style.
hog. Hi, Hiley and Tom. Good to see you. I have something for George, says Fluffernutter, and it is a Once Upon a Lime, what is this? Bath and Body Works Lemon Lime Fizz. What's a fizz? What do? You put that in the bathtub?
No, it's just the scent. It's fizzy.
A soap, maybe? Like a
It's
pump soap?
It's a hand soap, but like the fizziness is supposed to be, I think, in the scent.
Hi, Ninty Gold. Ninty Gold is coming from Wales.
How'd you know I love lime so much?
Hello, we were just talking about this. Hello, Koopa Kid. Whoever else I missed. Thanks for joining us. Oh, Alternus says they work at Bath and Body Works.
Wow.
So they could give us the lowdown on it. Oh, look. I know that cartoon and I'm forgetting the name of it. Anyway, I wasn't going to talk about this, but now I am.
Is it Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy? Is that what you're looking at?
That's what he's from, right?
I think so, right?
I've been getting a lot of texts lately that are spam texts and are all political, and it's because of my mom. I know this because every text I get is like, "Hey, Karen," and I'm like, "That's not my name."
Donations to Hillary Clinton's campaign.
They're just asking for, it's all like rhetoric. It's not specific rhetoric. It's just like in general, like, we need you out there on our team. You got to come out and all that crap. Hello, Tentavision. Good to see you. All right. So I got a number of things I want to talk about before the show starts, as usual. First up, I want to say thank you to Al the Astronaut, because they sent over 2 big boxes of old Nintendo Power issues that they were getting rid of. And I said they couldn't think of a better home for them than here. So we just we were looking through them before the podcast today. We found some great ones in there. Mega Man 3, horrible cover, Nintendo Power, and
They have so many terrible covers.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Hulk Hogan elbow dropping with a Super Nintendo controller in his
That was so
hand.
great.
That's one of the better ones, actually.
But yeah, I got to take a closer look through the rest of them. There's what do you think? There's like 40 of them, maybe.
Way
a
more
lot.
than that.
Yeah?
I think there's even more.
There's a ton. Well, thank you, Al. I appreciate it. They have arrived safely, and I'm going to figure out something to do with them. I want to display some of them, obviously, but I'll have to dig through and see what's there. Deux was looking for the Earthbound sticker issue, but it doesn't appear that's in there. So that's a collector's. That one is a collector's issue, and the Castlevania 2 one is a collector's issue because that one frightened children because it was
because of the Dracula.
yeah, literally
The scary Dracula.
yeah, with the headless it's Simon holding Dracula's head.
Oh, that
I
think
believe
it's-
so,
okay.
yeah.
That's right. It was a scary Dracula severed head.
Yeah.
Dracula is Alucard backwards.
Whoa!
Oh my
Mm.
You
god!
learn something new every day.
I thought they didn't like that cover because it was a spoiler.
Spoilers weren't a thing back then, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, Barry Bob. Nintendo Power. Well, Barry, Nintendo Power is dead in the sense of a magazine, but not as in a brand for Nintendo because there's a Nintendo Power podcast. They just put out an episode a few weeks ago, so it's still around and it's still kicking, at least as a brand. But yeah, I don't think Nintendo's ever going to get back into the print business. I don't think print's
Yeah,
a
I
big
don't think
business
there's
anymore.
Much of a
Those days are
profit
gone.
in it.
We were just with my parents. We were just looking through like the most popular magazines nowadays, and the first number 1 and number 2 were like AARP magazine.
Oh, of course.
And I'm pretty sure one of those you don't even subscribe to. Like you just are a member of AARP and they send it to you right away. If you're Mom Brain, you start getting AARP stuff when you're like 38 years old. So
It's I think it was even earlier than that.
they were like old at heart. We got all the data here. She watches Golden Girls all the time and she's sleeping all the other times. So she's got to be at least 65.
Checks out.
Also,
she buys lots of herbal tea. She's got to be at
Right?
least 60.
She loves cats. Also, I want
She
to.
just finished sewing unpaper towels
That's right.
and hemming a pair of raw meats shorts.
Yeah. So the data's all there.
Mhm.
I want to say, well, I guess it's a thanks. I knew it was.
She was in the TV moving business.
I knew it was happening, but I should still say thank you to Name of Austin because we're doing a series together where Name of Austin. We're doing a series we used to do, but now we're restarting it. It's Name of Austin getting.
So you guys are rebooting Perfect Strangers?
I would not even pretend to be anywhere near the level of quality it would take to replicate that show and do it justice.
Well, I don't know about you, but Austin's got the quality.
Him,
brings a
yeah,
lot
I
to the
wouldn't want to
table.
drag him down. But who would he be?
He
could
brings
play
a lot to the
straight man,
table,
or he could
But
be.
you know how to organize
finesse it?
the table.
You think I'm? So I would be Larry?
Your cousin Larry.
I mean, all right. He's not the fun one to play, but maybe playing the straight man would be funny. But I don't know. I'd rather be the Balky. But I know I couldn't handle the Balky.
But you get to hang out with Balky.
You make a good point. How about we just pretend to be those characters, but we don't even record it for anything? We just live like that.
You know, Perfect Strangers is a lot like that old show, The Odd Couple. Did you ever think of that?
No, completely different.
What?
They're so different.
Okay.
No relation at all. Anyway, Name of Austin is
Did Oscar or Felix ever do the Dance of Joy? I don't think so.
true. There were
I don't know, I didn't
pratfalls,
watch
but
it. Was there ever an even couple?
oh my
Nice.
god! Now that
Where they got along perfectly.
so are they
Nothing ever
both
went wrong.
weirdos or are they both straight laced? I would imagine the weirdo show would be better to watch.
Maybe, yeah. Actually, the even couple is like two slobs living in an apartment, and then
Yeah.
and then their neighbors are like the two neat freaks.
Yeah.
And they go head to head with the HOA committee. Or
Oh, okay. All right. So there's a story there to tell.
Yeah,
all right.
I like it.
writes itself,
But anyway,
but somebody else can.
Oh,
write it.
right.
we're not doing
You and-
Perfect
you and
Strangers.
Austin.
It's the series we used to do, which was I would send Austin a random code and he would have no idea what the code is until he put it in on the Switch eShop and then he plays the game and reviews it. So we brought that back and people have been really, really receptive and nice and happy to see that this is back. So thank you very much for all those lovely comments everywhere. I've gotten emails personally about people saying they're so happy to see this back. So we're happy to do it. I mean, I'm extremely happy to do it because I don't do anything. Austin, the one that's putting the whole thing together, so I just give him the code. And you'll be happy to know that we have at least 2 more episodes already done. They're ready to go. So this week you'll get another episode, and the week after that you'll get another episode. And Austin has said he wants to continue it. So as long as he wants to do it, because the onus is on him, he's the one that's got to do all the work. As long as he wants to do it and has fun doing it, then it'll continue. So you got at least 2 more episodes coming. And then we'll see what happens. But yeah, go check out his YouTube channel for all his other stuff. You can, if you, trying to think, I put a link to his YouTube channel in the description for the video, so you can get there through that. But you can also follow him on Twitter at AnyAustin, which is ANY_Austin, I believe. Deux, you went and checked out his other video series that I was talking about, and you said you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of people are excited for this video series, and I was one of them.
There you go. Yes.
So yeah, I checked it out. I was able to finally start following AnyAustin's YouTube channel, and I was checking out, just some stuff that I missed that he's done, and then I'm excited for the new content that he's doing for you because he's got a way about him that's very entertaining.
He does, yes.
in a very low key way.
Yes, low key is the perfect way to describe it. His the video series he's doing now, where he takes areas people don't normally stop and look at in video games. It's very low key, but it's very interesting, and he's got his sense of humor that I think aligns with at least part of our sense of humor. I find him really funny and entertaining. So
he's dry.
He's dry. Yeah, he's
got a dry, cool wit.
That's right. So yeah,
hero.
Thank you to Austin. Name of Austin.
Austin. I saw you posted something, and then I realized it wasn't his, but somebody else is doing that too. I don't know if they are trying to
I
do
posted
it as well. It was maybe you didn't, but GoNintendo did, and it was I think in Ocarina of Time, people are breaking the map to get out to places that you can see but you can't reach. And so at first I was I think this is one of AnyAustin's videos, and then the second I heard the voice, I was like, oh no.
Well, there's a series called Boundary Break where they specifically go out of bounds in games to see what's out there. I don't remember seeing I'm subscribed to, that's another friend of the site. I don't remember seeing an Ocarina of Time one recently. Maybe somebody else on staff posted it and I didn't see it, but I really find that series interesting too, because like Nikki Hill was saying, you get to see out of bounds in games where places you wouldn't normally get to see because the game doesn't allow for it. So
I get to see it often just when I play because I tend to break things.
If it's Boundary Break, the one I saw was TMNT Shredder's Revenge. They did an out of bounds video for that.
That game
where
just came out.
Well, they worked with the developer whose name is escaping me at the moment. They worked with them to get the same tool set that they have to take the camera out of bounds to show you what's out there. But yeah, they do 3D. Obviously, you see more stuff in 3D games because of the nature of a 3D game versus a 2D game. Do they, in the series, do they break the fourth? I think the fourth wall is always broken because they're talking to you directly.
No, like in the game. You can't do that, right?
A game can break. Yes,
like Shredder's Revenge. Can they look back at the television? That doesn't make sense, right?
They could, yeah. That's not what's going on. Oh, are you saying? All right, man, this is like another world thinking. You're saying, can the series Boundary Break look outside from inside the TV out at the player?
No, not really. I mean, obviously they can't. Like, what are you thinking?
I'm trying to think like you, and I don't know what you're saying.
What rotten food have you eaten
A
recently?
video game can break the fourth wall, yes, but Boundary Break either always breaks the fourth wall or never breaks the fourth wall.
Like, it's a two-dimensional game, but like the developers put like an Easter egg of like somebody behind the camera, like
they could do that, yes.
And then like they look back and they're like, "Oh, Shredder's been watching them the whole time."
I have not seen that, but they could do that. Also, I don't remember who said it here, but yes, we need that developers on the soundboard. It's a long overdue.
Yeah, that's right.
Name of Austin, thank you. Also, okay, the hits keep coming.
Ooh,
Alf followed the GoNintendo Twitter account.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this would be a much better story if I could remember the other one that was not exciting.
Conan?
No, not Conan.
Steakums?
Steakums is followed for a while. It just happened. We just had I was talking about Yuzo Koshiro interacting with the Nintendo Twitter account. Well, I'll leave it to you guys to decide if this is bigger or smaller than Yuzo Koshiro. Keebler has interacted with the GoNintendo Twitter account, and they tweeted us.
Tell him to bring back El Fudge
Stacy
Butt.
Keebler?
Stacy Keebler, yes. It was so Keebler is teaming up with Nintendo on Mario Kart Fudge Stripe cookies.
Oh, okay.
And I tweeted about them, and Keebler liked the tweet.
Yeah, they changed
then
the shape
replied,
of the hole, right?
To what? A Mario Kart?
Is that what they did? No, I thought.
No.
Well, in the ad,
Is the hole changed?
the hole is a star, and it's like a.
I didn't even notice that.
One's a star, one's an S or something. I don't know. It's another shape of some sort. But the problem is I like to put those on my pinky,
That is
I
not
like
what
to
I
do
thought
that
you were going to
That is
say.
a problem.
and I can't do that with a star,
Holy crap, he's right. Look at this.
Yeah.
It's a star.
chocolate star.
I kind of want.
And a
Cookies
lightning
now.
bolt. One is a
Lightning
lightning
bolt.
bolt because those are both in
Ah.
Mario Kart. I was like,
That's
an
true.
S? What the hell's an S? Well, I mean, I know what an S is, but
It's
I
a
was thinking
letter.
in terms of Mario Kart. But anyway, they are Rocky Road Fudge Stripe Mario Kart
Oh,
themed
they changed the
Keebler
flavors.
cookies.
See, I just looked at the picture. I didn't even read. the
Well,
picture.
together between the both of us, we managed to look at one picture. But yes, they tweeted me and they said, "Here we go," which is something Mario says.
Mario said that.
So there. More importantly, much more importantly, next week podcast, we will have a taste test of these cookies because they are sending them to us. So
Holy
Don't they just taste like El Fudge
Nikes.
Butt?
they're Rocky Road.
Oh, right.
But
Rocky
you're not going to
Road.
have one, right? Because you don't like gaming themed foods.
Wait, I like food.
Oh,
Games
I
with
get- I
food
get
in
it.
them? No. Food with games in them? Yes, definitely. Big fan of that. So yeah, they should arrive this week, and we will, whenever we get them, we'll do a taste test. So look forward to that. What else do I got here? This is just for me because this is my show, so I can do whatever I want. The Orville's over, and it's coming to Disney Plus on August 10th or 11th. The whole series. Because my understanding is Disney wants to see if they can find a new audience for the show. Disney owns Hulu, and the third season, maybe all the seasons are on Hulu, but they're also bringing it to Disney Plus now that the season now that the season has officially ended. So if you haven't watched the Orville, which I've begged people to watch before, you have a new chance if you have Disney Plus to watch it on August 10th.
Commercial free.
So the show's like
Commercial free.
done, or
That's what we don't know for sure. So they talked to Seth MacFarlane, a whole bunch of interviews about season 3, and they were like, "Is the Orville over?" And he was like, "By no means is the Orville over, as in it's been canceled." He said, "It's
Okay.
not been canceled, but is the Orville going to have another season?" He said, "I don't know. That all depends on what Disney wants to do." Disney was the one that footed the bill for season 3 because they were bringing it to Hulu. So I guess Disney, in the grand scheme of things, was like, "Yeah, let's put it on Hulu. Then when it's done, we'll bring it to Disney Plus too. We got 2 streaming services. Why not put it on both?" So he says he thinks that they're waiting to see what it does on Disney Plus as well, and then they'll make a decision. But everybody's contracts from the show are over because the 3rd season took so long to do because of COVID, because it was delayed for over a year. So everybody's contracts are over. But almost everyone on the cast has already said we would come back for another season. So we'll have to see what it does on Disney Plus. And this is it. I'm telling you guys, go watch it. Because if it doesn't get picked up for a 4th season, I'm officially blaming you guys. So, I don't think
I've never
there's
seen
been
it.
any other TV show season that made me cry as much as this season. And I cry at a lot of stuff, but man, like almost every episode, I just wake up and cry every day.
yeah, you probably cry at the opening of a bank.
I did cry at the opening of the first episode of the Orville's 3rd season because I was like, "Oh, it's so nice to be back," and I had a big fancy opening this time. But yeah, this season,
That's funny. I
No, go
watched
ahead.
that episode. I tried to watch the show. Started at season 3 because that's what you do, right? Season 3.
I was going to
episode
ask,
1.
wait, you started season 3?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I did.
Oh,
I can
no.
see why you like it. It wasn't terrible. I'm
A lot of people are excited about it.
I want to say, hold on. I want to say, if Deux says it wasn't terrible, that's already great praise right there.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying. I'm saying definitely give it a shot to everybody out there. It wasn't my cup of tea, but I think I've realized I'm not really a Star Trek person, and it's basically like it's.
If
it
you're not a Star
feels
Trek person, then yeah,
just
don't.
like Star
Yeah.
Trek, and like it's not necessarily. I mean, the themes and the characters and all that kind of stuff is not why I don't care for Star Trek. It's the way that it's shot to feel like it's a TV show on a network rather than like I'm a big HBO type TV show guy. I don't like these, oh, there's a commercial break. There was clearly a commercial there, or oh, this
That's
looks
the thing.
kind of low budge.
That's the thing. Like this, so season 3. I love that you started with season 3.
And
So,
it probably
like,
looks way better compared to season 1
all
and
the
2 because it looks
characters
good.
have been like established, and like there's like storylines.
Yeah, they
for everybody.
hated that robot in the beginning. I was like, why do they hate this guy? I don't understand.
I don't understand. This doesn't make any sense to me. Season 3. Here's the thing. You're exactly right, and Orville's a very interesting case because season 3 was not restricted by time at all, and Seth MacFarlane was like, now we could finally do the episodes we want as far as length, because some are 40-some minutes and others are like an hour and a half. But it is still filmed like it is Star Trek because that's the style that he wants. So they have moments that lead up to what would traditionally be a commercial break. Now, depending on what version of Hulu you have, there's either a commercial or there's not, but it's still formatted like that.
Sometimes Hulu puts commercials where they're not supposed to be, and it cuts into people's sentences.
Yeah.
And then other times, like they cut to commercial and then they cut right back in, and you're like, "Ooh,
it's
won the commercial."
It's not like that here. It's very much formatted for like there will be a commercial, but it's done like Deux said. It's done like original Star. It's done exactly like Next Generation, where you'll have a moment where the music swells and somebody looks at the camera like, and then there's a commercial. But the music's better than that. But
Wait, that was the music?
But yeah, because there's some much longer episodes this time. But yes, I very much appreciate you trying it. If anyone's listening and is going to try it, I suggest starting at season 1, episode 1, because season 3, yes, characters are established and there's storylines there. Like Deux is like, why do they all hate this robot? If you watch the first seasons, you'll understand why. But man, I can't say enough good things about this show. But yes, you have to like the Star Trek format.
You have to
very
like
much
it.
Next Gen format. You have to like that.
You
But
can't just be some guy who likes sci-fi. Like you have to like that Star Trek format.
well, Seth MacFarlane tried to write for Star Trek and didn't get the job. So he's always been a huge fan of Star Trek, particularly, well, all of it, but very much Next Generation.
So this is just like a big
FU to Star Trek. Yeah. But here's the other thing. You have to like the format and pacing of Star Trek, but he very much does his own thing. Like all the characters, you're not like, oh, this is Data, and oh, this is Worf. Like everybody is their own thing, and they like Star Trek Next Generation tackled some at the time topics where you're like, oh, that's pretty progressive for Star Trek. Well, even the original Star Trek with interracial stuff and I believe bathroom stuff. I think that show had the first toilet flush. Oh no, that was never mind. That was
Married with Children.
No, that was movie. The first movie or the first TV show that had a toilet flush sound effect was
All in the Family.
All in the Family. Thank you.
Wait, was it really?
Yeah, it really was.
Okay,
yes.
I was just kidding.
No, you're right.
I mean, I know that I didn't realize it was the very first.
Yes, it was the first.
Flush a lot on that show.
But yeah, the topics that they cover in this show are very much topical today, and they're not afraid to cover them in depth. And they very much feel one way outside of the other, but they try to put together everybody's feelings into an episode. It's really good, really great. And the final episode of the 3rd season, because they don't know if there's going to be another season or not, it's very much like, oh, this is, you watch it and you're like, they don't know if there's going to be another season or not, because they tie up a whole bunch of stuff, but there's a couple threads where you're like, oh, something could happen here. So I don't know, but yes, watch the Orville. I love the Orville. If you like Star Trek, I cannot recommend it enough. Fantastic show. Thank you for trying it. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, Mom Brain, let's get into some news. This is a Nintendo show, damn it, Mom Brain. Thank you. What do we got? 7 days ago? Yeah, we talked about that. All right, so there's a Pokemon Presents this week, which we will cover later. We're starting with Digimon Survive.
I don't know, did you?
You people at the table.
I'd like to hear what the likes here.
Sorry, I'm reading Grantimus. I see you say nudes. I don't know what you're talking about, but there's no nudes in the Orville. If you're asking, I'm sorry. But anyway, Digimon Survive. Those
they
of
probably
us,
just wanted you to shut up and get to the news.
those of us at the table remember that Pokemon was the big one, but then other, I say this lovingly, copycats came out like
Beyblades.
Digimon. Beyblade's its own thing. They're just
Beyblade's
tops
its own
spinning around
thing.
and people fight with tops. You know, like there's no card. Are there cards in Beyblade's, Mom Brain?
What came first, Yu-Gi-Oh?
Cards? I don't think so.
Beyblades.
Yu-Gi-Oh did not come first.
And that's fighting though, right?
With cards. Just like Pokemon is fighting with cards, just not in the
With
anime.
children. Oh,
Did you know Pokemon stands for Pocket Monsters?
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
what does
I mean, it
Yu-Gi-Oh?
doesn't
What does
stand for
Yu-Gi-Oh
it.
stand
Damn it.
for?
Wait,
Brainiac. Well, what does Yu-Gi-Oh stand for? What does Digimon stand for? Digital monsters?
Yes.
Got you.
The Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't think that stands for anything. Yo, move! Anyway, Digimon, digital monsters. And as we all know, Digimon are the champions.
What does NFT stand for?
What is what? NFT?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we talk about them all the time.
Yeah, I'm asking.
he's
you.
asking you.
Looking right at
Oh,
you.
I'm sorry.
Looking right
Yeah.
at you.
I can never remember. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What does it stand for?
Ask Reggie.
What? No, I'm asking you now. That's good.
Non-fungible tokens.
That's
yeah,
correct.
sorry.
So
What does
anyway,
fungible mean? Something about
Digimon-
mushrooms. I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
No?
Digimon Survive came out. Been in development a long time. So the game releases, and unfortunately, it has become the target of the latest review bombing. Why? Well, it's an interesting situation. So when Digimon Survive was first announced, it was talked about as a tactical RPG.
Not enough lines.
Then as the years went on, Bandai Namco was like, well, it's more like visual novel with some tactical elements. But there were fans who heard the initial push and they were like, tactical RPG. And they didn't hear anything after that because the game took so long to come out. So the game finally comes out and they pick it up and they get something that's more visual novel with a little bit of tactical in it. And they're like, what the hell is this? I don't want to read a game. I want to play a game. So those people went on Metacritic or whatever. I don't remember where people review bomb. I sound like an old man. But anyway, they go on there and they're like 0 out of 10. This game sucks, blah, 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 blah. And then other people go on there like, this is a 10 out of 10.
10
It
out of
doesn't
10
suck.
because the people said 0.
So exactly. So now anybody looking for an honest review average is not going to get it from fans because fans are fighting each other. But
maybe they should change the name to like Lidimon, like literature monsters.
Littimon.
I think you have to keep Digimon in the title.
Okay, Digimon Lidimon. It's a subtitle.
Okay, they could do that, sure. But anyway, people are upset because they're like, this is not the game that was advertised, and other people are like, it is, just later as it was advertised. So it's an interesting one because I understand people being upset, but also you want to be like, well, you know, they did explain the game later on, and you didn't pay attention to that. But should I fault you for following early on and deciding you want the game and then getting it and getting a different game?
Speaking of paying attention, what's the name of this game again?
Digimon Survive.
Survive.
Oh, okay.
Did your mom survive?
Did your mom survive? Is the name
So I
of the
bet
game.
the people who didn't like the game were like, these Digimon aren't the champions.
Oh, that's cold blooded. So I don't know. It's interesting to talk about because I see I see a point for some people being upset because they got a different game than they thought or than they were told it was going to be. They just didn't pay attention the whole time. But I don't know if they should go on and review bomb the game for that. They should, you know, whatever, go on social media and tweet Bandai Namco and be like, what the hell? I thought it was supposed to be this kind of game. Instead of like, you don't give it a 0. Like, that's just because you're angry about the game. Not it's a bad game.
Yes,
it's just different
I
from
think
what
that's
you
the idea.
expected it to be. So I see room for being angry. I just don't know that I see room for giving it a 0. But whatever. So yeah, now that's ruined. So now nobody can go there and look at the review averages because they're not going to get any idea of what. I guess you could look at critics, but then you know, again, if you heard the early marketing and you read the critics' scores and don't read the reviews, and you're going to be like, oh, this game's pretty good. You're going to get it and be like, what the hell's this? All this reading. I don't want any of this. So it's interesting.
Yeah, just If you only watch Austin's reviews.
That's right.
Only,
0 out of 0 or a 0 out of 2,
and make all your
1 out of
decisions
2,
based off of that.
or a 2 out of 2. That's the only way scores go. Currybo has the most upvoted comment, and it says, "Review bombing seems like such a waste of time. If you don't think you'll like a game," that's what he wrote.
Mhm.
If you don't think you'll like a game, then don't buy it.
Oh,
But that's the thing
I never
here.
thought of that.
People thought they were going to like the game
Oh,
based
yeah.
on what they originally heard the game was about, and then they got a game that was a different experience. So
Yeah.
Sorry,
that
can
happens.
you go back?
sure,
Is this the first?
Orville is a great show.
Is this the first digital novel style game in the Digimon series?
I'm not well versed enough to know if there has been
So,
a
like,
visual novel
If
Digimon
it used to be more tactical and people were like, "Oh, I like this," and then like this game came out and they're like, "Oh."
Well, Digimon games are typically tactical battle games.
So they
yeah.
tried something new with this.
Oh, Grantimus says Diginov. There you go.
I like
That's
that
pretty
one
good
better.
too. As far as like the bulk of gameplay goes, my understanding is this is considerably different. Yes. So I guess, if you're a Digimon fan and you've been playing the games for a long time, you get this and you're
So
like,
people were just like, "I'm just gonna get it. I'm
'cause I
not
love
gonna pay
Digimon."
attention because I love Digimon."
Yeah.
And,
It's
you know,
like loving Banjo 1 and Banjo 2, and then
Oh,
waiting
yeah.
and waiting and being told you're going to get a third one, and then they poop out some crappy nuts and
That
bolts.
is a perfect.
Well,
and
analogy.
instead of voting with your wallet, you bought it and played it and hated it.
Well,
they gave
I
heads
voted
up,
with
though.
my wallet as a vote of confidence, and I knew what the game was going to be, but I was like, it might still be fun, and
By that time,
not for me.
they weren't rare anymore, were they?
No, they weren't. The
But
last
there's
rare
a
game that
difference though. Like Raw Meat acknowledges that, and he's like,
Yeah, and he didn't
know.
go and bomb the game with a 0.
Zikamuto says Nuts and Bolts would have been a great game if it wasn't Banjo. Maybe, yeah, that's true. But maybe it would have been a better game, yeah, because I wasn't looking for a Banjo game. I'm just all I remember.
You wouldn't have as much expectation.
I tried like 4 times to play that game, and every time, all I was thinking was like, I wish I could get out of the car and play the game walking around. I mean, you can get out of the car, but the game's not built to be out of the car.
Yeah.
but that
So
They say-
you're still upset.
I think the
Banjo!
popular saying
Banjo!
is 5th time's a charm.
All right, well,
Well,
I'll go back.
2
to it
more
then.
charms then. Oh, he played it 4 times. I get it.
I did.
I thought you meant like 5th time, as in they're going to need 2 more sequels.
I just remember sitting in that virtual garage building this stupid car, and boss battles where the car keeps flipping upside down.
Yeah, let's move
It's
on.
not gonna happen.
Not gonna
I'm
happen.
sorry, man.
How many more years do we have to have before there's another Banjo game like Microsoft? Well, that's it. Like you said,
over.
Rare's not Rare. You
It's-
got to go to Platonic and
It's
have
gotta
them
be
make another
Platonic,
one.
and they're over it.
And they're like, listen, we got Ukulele. You guys effed up Banjo-Kazooie. We don't want to fix Banjo-Kazooie because then that's less time we spend on making Ukulele. So, although, truthfully, if Rare was like, hey, Platonic, do you want to do a Banjo-Kazooie game? They'd probably be like, yeah. Why wouldn't you be? You'd be the you would be the team in charge of bringing back Banjo and like righting the ship. Of course. Why would you not want to do that? And of course, Microsoft would pay them a boatload of money to do it. But Microsoft can't do that because they bought Rare. So it'd be like them saying, we bought Rare and we ruined it. So old Rare, you come and make a game for us. And then Platonic's like,
Wow.
are you going to buy us? And they're going to be like, nah. And then they'll buy them one day.
Well, yeah, I don't know if that's the reason. I think it's just because they don't think people on a Microsoft system are going to play like a 3D platformer.
I also agree with that
I
statement.
bet you that I bet you they would swallow their pride and do what you said if they thought the game would sell, but they probably just don't think it'll sell. There's no guns and blood and
Yeah. Well, it's like why the Ori franchise made its way to Switch. Was there an audience for Ori on the Xbox? Yeah, sure. Is there a bigger audience to be found with Nintendo fans? I would argue yes, a considerably
Big
bigger
time.
audience. So that's why the developers on Ori were like, can we bring this to Switch? It's like Cuphead. Those developers were like, can we bring this to Switch? Yes, you can, because it makes sense for that audience. But yeah, long story short, Digimon is dead and Banjo's dead. So that's the important point we're trying to get across here. Moving on. What do we got here? This was a juicy little tidbit this week.
Moving on.
Moving on. Josh, how you doing? You enjoying the show so far?
I'm feeling so great. Thanks for asking.
That's great. And I know we're doing all right if you're having a good time, Josh. So thank you. Your appreciation of the show makes me have a better show.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
We gotta make sure that boy stays cool. His hard drive doesn't overheat.
He's liquid cooled. I've seen it. We're that close.
You've
Sure,
filled it.
whatever. That was a really great story.
So this week has been a very spicy week for the game industry because a lot of financial information came out. And
Spicy,
there we go. A lot of financial information came out. As Nikki Hill and I had a very quick talk about Nintendo's financial information came out. It was lower than it was last year, which certainly makes sense. But it wasn't bad by any means.
I like that that's a quick talk. I mean, I guess it is, but really it was just me sending one text message and you ha-haing it, and that was like...
Well, you said, well, all right, I'll say exactly what we said. Nikki Hill sent me a text that was like, Nintendo stock comes out and it goes down, or Nintendo's financial report comes out and stock goes down, and I
I was like, it's the best selling system in the world, and we made all this money, and it's like, sell, get out now, they're doomed.
Why I ha-ha'd it. But so Sony's stuff came out too, and Sony's not doing so hot. And
Not
Sony
doing
was
so
like,
ha-ha.
listen, the game industry is down all around, and people just aren't buying games, and it's a bad time for games. And Nintendo was like,
Hi.
no. They didn't talk, like Nintendo didn't talk about all right. I'm going into it. I want to say it was the Wall Street Journal. Might not have been. It might have been Bloomberg. One of those outlets was like, Sony says that the game industry is down, and Nintendo is like, no, it's not. In reality, Nintendo and Sony never talked to each other, and they never responded to questions about the other companies. Just they put out their financial reports that had conflicting statements in them. So the headlines made it seem like these two companies responded to one another. They didn't. They just put out their annual reports.
You made it sound like we had a conversation.
Nice. Yeah. What's it called when? What's clickbait called when it's in print? I don't.
That was still
Page.
online articles, so it's still clickbait. But,
It's called the Weekly World News.
Sony said that Batboy is not real, but Batboy begged to differ. So,
No, but I also understand what that title implies too. Like, it doesn't just mean in the reality. I mean, I guess, yeah, you have to read it to understand it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, the headline was worded specifically to make it seem like Sony said this and Nintendo replied by saying no. Whereas in the real world,
they didn't reply.
talk to each other. Yeah.
And then Miyamoto and Don Sony had a wrestling match.
Don Sony. That's great.
Sony.
Yeah, Sony put out their numbers not so hot. Their gaming division specifically saw declines. Nintendo gaming division, Nintendo in general, went down from where they were last year, and it makes perfect sense because pandemic it makes sense for everybody in the game industry to go down compared to last year.
Well, there's still
makes
a
sense,
chip shortage, right?
yeah,
Like,
which is hurting everybody. Yes, but Nintendo still had a very good fiscal year overall. Like, what did one financial not magazine, just one financial outlet said like Nintendo's results were unimpressive but good, and Sony's were cause for alarm, something like that. But anyway, Nintendo put out their stuff, and I forgot the whole point of this. Oh yeah, so Sony, Facebook is raising the price of the Oculus by $100 because they're, I think it was quiet enough, because they're losing money hand over fist with the Oculus. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what's available for it? Do they sell games on there?
There's lots of games on there. Yeah.
To sell, or do they like apps
What do
to
you mean
download?
to sell?
I don't know. I don't
to play
have
us
one.
out.
What
Yes.
do I know?
There are games you can buy on there. Yes.
I've played them on yours, and I haven't bought one. So
that's true. But yeah, people just aren't buying, Facebook or whatever else. What are we supposed to call Facebook now?
No.
I don't know.
What'd you say?
What are we calling Meta?
Meta?
Zucky's room.
Meta's putting like hundreds of millions of dollars into this division and the metaverse and all this stuff, and they're not making any money. They're losing ungodly amounts of money. So now with the Meta Oculus, they raised the price by $100. And people are like, what?
And this
That's
is the thing
something
that
to do.
you've had for like a year.
Yeah, they're raising it by $100 because they're not making money. So they're like, we better.
That's
the
something
people that are going to buy it.
I think that's
bilk 'em.
good business practice, though, right? Like, if something's not selling well enough, you raise the price.
Plus, they're also like, components very expensive, so we'll raise it by $100. No, it's insanity. It's insanity.
I think people are waiting. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think people are waiting for the next, for whatever Sony is going to do as far as VR, or whatever the next VR thing is going to be, and they're really putting all their eggs into this one basket, hoping to be at the forefront, and they're probably shooting themselves in the foot.
Sony is?
No,
or Meta
in this
case.
Case.
They have a whole vision for the metaverse in the future, and it involves Oculus, but like everybody else is like, A, I don't know what that is, B, I don't care. So
yeah, why would you care? Like, that's not
I
why
don't know
you
why
want
they
virtual
keep,
reality.
like,
I just saw something
they
with,
see
like,
it as
one
like an
guy-
amazing workspace for people to be online and congregate. No one who sits down for a 9-to-5 job is like, I love this. Now let me wear a visor for 8 hours a day to look at somebody's me that is moving awkwardly. Like, you're like, just let me sit at my stupid computer that I already hate and do my work for the day. I don't want to have to put on a headset to do this.
I don't know where I saw it. It was probably a TikTok, or maybe it was something, I don't know. But there was like a guy that spends 24/7 in it. And like, I don't understand, because he's like showering with this headset on and going to the bathroom and stuff. Like, I don't know how you get around, but he prefers that life over everything around us.
Hey,
But
that's fine. But I'm going to guess he's the exception to the rule. You're not going to get a
I
majority
don't think
of people
there's, I don't
doing that.
know there. I don't think there's a lot of people doing that.
And plenty of people are fine escaping into another world just by looking at their phone or their computer or their TV. Like, wearing a headset, like, that's a physical thing where you get tired of having it on or looking through it the whole time. But anyway, they raised it by $100. So now all these outlets are asking the game companies, are you going to raise the price of your systems? And Sony was asked, and I don't remember their exact statement, but they were like, we're not going to confirm or deny that we're doing that. So everybody's like, oh, here we go. PS5's price is going to go up. So, of course, Nintendo was asked. And Nintendo said, I want to make sure I get it exactly right.
Why would we? They're selling like hotcakes.
Uh,
That was not a quote. I'm just being dumb. Make that.
They said
I didn't post the story. It doesn't look like it has
Nintendo.
it.
We're
Well,
not
basically,
going
Nintendo
to.
said no. We have no plans to raise the price of this thing.
Thank you.
You Nintendo know for sure we're not
they
raising
did-
those prices.
Yeah, they did send their regards to Don Sony, though.
Well, everybody
Don Sony said that.
like Nikki Hill was saying, the cost of components and semiconductors and all this stuff is going up because they're so hard to get the pieces that you need. So other companies are passing off the price or the cost to the consumer, like Meta is, and Nintendo's like, no, we're not going to do that.
They said we can't raise the prices. All this money that we got, we don't have a place to put it all already.
That's what they said. Yep. So thankfully, Nintendo, and this was specifically about the cost in Japan because the yen is weak compared to the dollar. So Nintendo's hurting more over there. But Nintendo's like, no, we have no plans right now to raise the price. So that's great. If you're worried about the Switch price going up, as of right now, no, it is not happening. And Nintendo was the only one that said no. So I believe that's not technically true because Microsoft declined to comment. So Microsoft didn't say anything. But so Sony said, oh, we're not going to say no. We're not going to say yes. Nintendo was like, no, there you go. That's the future, man. Yeah.
I mean, I
Red
guess
Susan says this is meant to be a fist bump. It looks worse than Second Life, for God's sake.
Yeah.
But like, look at that fist bump. That's our fist bump.
That's
is-
the dud. Yeah, they're doing it, but they're doing a double-fisted dud.
They're doing a double dud.
Currybo says, given the age of the Switch, it would be pretty bold of Nintendo to raise the price. They would probably cut the price even with the current situation and still be making a healthy profit. Wow, Currybo. It's like somebody understands what's going on. Yes, components overall might be expensive now because they're harder to get, but the price of components now compared to what they were is less because Nintendo or the Switch was even when it launched using outdated technology. So the price of that technology goes down. It may be up somewhat versus, but yes, they're not using cutting edge technology here. So, yeah. So if you're worried, I mean, here's the other thing. That's a spoiler for another story. Yeah, don't worry. The price of Switch isn't going up as of now. Can I get a drum roll, please, Mom Brain? Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So it's busy. Damn it. Can I get a drum roll, please?
No, don't do it.
Give me yeah, I was going to say give me the price is right. I know it's
Deserved.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3 has had the biggest physical launch for the series in the UK. Thank you, Mom Brain. Thanks for the redemption there. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
So Xenoblade series has had multiple launches over the years since the Wii, because that's where the series got its start. And Xenoblade Chronicles 3 now has the biggest physical launch for the series in the UK of all time. So that's what you want to see for a series. When a new installment comes out, you want it to do better than the last one. And at least at launch, that's how things have gone for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And remember, Nintendo's still making less on this because the limited edition has gone through all kinds of issues, and people who bought that limited edition had to do it online, and they won't be getting their bits of the limited edition until September, I want to say. So you got the game, but now all the extra goodies in the box, you got to wait until later in the year. But that was not out at retail. So that was not an option at retail, only the standard edition. Yet still, the physical edition in the UK outsold the other versions of Xenoblade Chronicles at launch. So that's great to see. Do I have any more specifics on that? No, that's it. I think we got some numbers later on, but I believe it eked out a victory. Numbers over Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Still got the lead, and again, that's without the limited edition copies. So, and again, no digital here, so we don't know where it was with digital. The Shafe says, and still no remake or sequel to X on the Switch. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Xenoblade Chronicles X. I think that's just going to live on the Wii U, at least for a few more decades until they have some reason to re-release it. So if you want to play X, you got to go Wii U. But if you want the Xenoblade series proper, you can go Switch.
This is a brand new game. This is the one we've been talking about, right?
This is the 3-quel, yes.
And he leaves a he leaves a comment like, "Oh, I got a brand new game, but it's not this other game." I mean, you got a game there.
Well, yeah, I mean,
sure, why not?
It's like it's the same thing as you talking about like Wind Waker HD. You're like, I want that on Switch, but we got a new Zelda coming. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but I'm not commenting on it.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I have lamented this situation before with the very small handful of games that are on the Wii U that haven't come to the Switch, like Star Fox. I would love for I can't remember the name of it.
So he's lamenting a game that exists only on Wii U. And okay, that makes more sense then. I thought it was something that
Xenoblade Chronicles X is only on Wii U.
Okay, well then I take back my criticism.
Yes, and Star Fox, the game I love that I can't remember the name of. How terrible is that? That's right, Zikamuto. He says X just needs the power of the Wii U. That's it. Wii U was so much more powerful than Switch. The Switch can't handle it. Alternate says, I love Xenoblade Chronicles. Playing 3 now. I have not started 3 yet, but I'm very excited. I keep seeing one guy that is a PR person for Nintendo who's playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and he's talking about how he loves all the entries, but this one is like really blowing him away, and he's starting to get into spoiler territory. And I was like, I think I'm gonna have to mute this guy because I don't want this stuff ruined for me. It's my own fault if I don't do it because it's the internet, so that stuff happens all the time. Speaking of other 3s, there's another 3-quel coming to Switch this year, Splatoon 3. We're about 5 weeks out from launch. It's September, first week of September, something like that. 3rd game is coming, and Nintendo fans are like, hey, Nintendo,
where's the 4th one?
You did a Pokemon Scarlet and Violet presentation, and that game's got another 3 months until it comes out. Can we get something on Splatoon 3 where we see some new details? Nintendo hasn't announced anything yet, but Nintendo Germany did put out a tweet with an infographic about Splatoon 3. And it made mention of new modes and more. So there are new things to learn about. What are they? Will we find out what they are before the game comes out? I don't know, but it's Splatoon. I would imagine Nintendo's going to do a little Splatoon Direct that'll show us some details about elements of the third game that we don't know of yet. We're getting trickle stuff on the Splatoon Twitter, like you're getting looks at the apparel, which is a big part of Splatoon, and some of the soundtrack. You're getting teasers for that, which is another big part of Splatoon. But people want to know, like, what are the new modes? Show me more of the single player content. So yeah, I would be very surprised if like a couple weeks out they didn't have some sort of Splatoon Direct where they show more of the stuff we know about and reveal new details as well. So yes, Stu, you seem like you had a thought.
No, for once, nothing's going on up there.
Seriously though, if you want to know more about Splatoon 3, just play the second one. It's probably going to be similar.
I will be similar. Yeah, they are multiplayer online games.
Just
so
go play it. Go have fun rather than sitting around whining and complaining about not getting all the information. You'll get the information when it comes out.
Real life troll. There's nothing wrong with people wanting to know more about something they are considering buying before buying it. I want to know more about this thing. Tell me more, and maybe I'll buy it. That's what they want.
Yeah.
Shillelagh says, I'm not feeling any hype for Splatoon 3. It didn't for 2 either. The announcement of additional paid DLC again doesn't help either. I enjoyed the original very much on Wii U, but to me, it just feels like more of the same. We'll see what the new modes are. There you go. So you're like Shillelagh, local curmudgeon of GoNintendo. So there you go. You two. 2 peas in a pod. I didn't feel hype for Splatoon 2. I don't feel it for 3 either. Wii U one? That's where I felt it. Back in my day, kids liked the Wii U one.
The Wii U one?
The Wii U one.
You know it's
bad.
I'm sorry, the W urine one.
You know it's bad when I'm not the resident curmudgeon.
Well, a resident. You know what? I'm not even going to say that because I feel you've worked very hard to at least suppress your curmudgeon ways. So I applaud that.
Not yet.
I'm fed up with this world.
Let me try this again. We have something drum roll worthy. Mom Brain, can I get a drum roll, please? The Switch was the best-selling hardware for Q2 2022 in the United States. Yeah, baby. Nope. Q2 2022 in the United States, the Switch was the best-selling hardware. So better selling than PS5, better selling than Xbox Series X or S. Again, sold the most units. We're talking about in terms of units. We're not talking about in terms of dollars because the PS5 took that because the PS5 is at least $400. The digital one is $400, right? Disc is $5.
Yes.
So they're at least making $50 over the Switch, and that's only for people going with the Switch OLED or the SWOLED as people call it. So they're at least making $50 over, but probably making more like $150 because more people are buying the physical version than the digital version. But anyway, number one for Q2 of 2022. So that's April, May, and June.
2 out of 4.
Switch is your winner.
Going. Well, wait, were they the top selling in Q1? Probably, right?
Yes, they were number one for Q1 as well. You are correct. And I want to stress again, this is the United States. We don't know for Europe, but although it's in Europe as well. I'm telling you that. We don't know for sure, but it's Europe. But anyway, I'm saying trust me on that.
Who knows
one.
where he gets the information from?
It's number one in Europe. Okay. So they also.
I mean, I've been here when he updates. He rarely ever like searches for news. He just makes it up.
Oh, quiet. Giving away my secrets.
Oh my god.
We also, the NPD also released the best-selling and most played games of Q2 2022, and they did not put these in any particular order or with any like specifier. So it's just one big list.
Stand for? Sorry.
Oh, I don't remember.
Non-pungible tokens.
Non-pungible tokens. Yep. No, Josh, we don't need the NPD. Hey, Josh, we don't need it, but thank you.
Shut up. I don't care. Hey,
so
be quiet. I think I hear something.
You heard it. Yep. What the hell, Josh?
Non-pungible tokens. Non-pungible tokens.
So anyway, would you guys like to guess? This is a mixed list in no particular order of the best-selling
systems
/
Switch.
most played games. So this does include mobile.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart is on here. Yes. Mario Kart. Yes. For Q2. Very good.
This is the U.S.
Yes.
Animal Crossing.
No.
Minecraft.
Huh?
Yes.
Oh, Monster Hunter Rise.
No. Remember, this is all systems. and I said
Lego
including mobile.
Star Wars.
Yes.
All systems?
Yeah.
E-Ring, Elden R.
Yes.
GTA.
Yes.
Horizon Forbidden.
No.
Call of Duty.
Yes.
Fortnite.
Yes.
Minecraft.
Already said, but still yes. I'll take one more.
FIFA.
Good one.
No.
Oh, what the heck?
Madden.
NBA 2K.
Madden, yes. And NBA, no. Okay.
The
so
show. MLB The Show.
Here you go. Yes. Here you go.
He keeps
ones
trying
you-
to move on, but like we keep nailing
The
them.
ones you missed are Among Us,
Yes.
Wow.
They're Among Us. What
Angry
games are
Birds
Among
2.
Us?
One of the most played in
What?
Q2. Yeah. Bingo Blitz, mobile game.
Do you win
Candy
money
Crush
for it?
Saga. Candy Crush Soda Saga.
We got a new bongo.
Clash of Clans, Coin Master, Diablo Immortal, another mobile game. Ebony, The King's Return.
Does your dad play Coin Master?
No. Nope.
It's just all. It's like it's just a game where like they show you coins and you decipher
Determine what realm they're from.
the realm they belong in.
Well, by these markings.
It's just a matching game.
Kirby and the Coin of the Realm.
Homescapes, Kirby and the Forgotten Land is on here. Pokemon Go, Roblox, Royal Match, The Sims 4, and State of Survival. That is what your United States gamers are doing. Shillelagh says Nintendo's quarterly results will be released today, Wednesday. So we might just find out what those hardware numbers were. We did, Shillelagh. We did find those out. Hey, oh, this is a big story. Yeah, we got Nintendo's Q1 fiscal results. So I'll save that for after the break. Joshua, can you throw us to commercial, please?
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Do you love Japan and video games? Well, so do we. We're Kinsey and Mark from Kyoto Indie Dev's Chuhai Labs. Join us twice monthly for games, silly Japan news, and all-around nonsense. We stink at making commercials.
We fucking got this one, bro.
Be sure to stop by the Chuhai Labs Discord to chat about our games or ask us questions.
Chuhai Labs and the Nasty Labs podcast. We're legally the best.
Video Death Loop is the show where we watch a short video clip on loop until we just can't take it anymore. Along the way, we'll try our best to make each other laugh and to hold out longer than the other guy. Come in on any episode. Video Death Loop. New episodes every Friday.
I like that idea. That sounds interesting. Oh, okay. I'm the only one. Oh,
Yes.
I get it. You guys weren't listening, like what people do the ads. I get it.
Yeah, I actually wasn't listening. Usually I do listen.
I forgot they were new.
And yeah, I forgot they were new as well, but
We
I'll
also
listen-
have a live read.
I'll listen to yours.
Okay. Well, ad read. Hey guys. Oh,
Yeah.
I almost read somebody's question. Hey guys, as a fan of podcasts, you've probably thought about starting one of your own. Have you guys thought about starting your own podcast?
Never.
Yeah.
Well,
What's a
Nikki Hill, let me
podcast?
tell you, I'm here to introduce the new HyperX DuoCast. The DuoCast has all the essential features an aspiring podcaster would want from a USB mic, with HyperX favorites like tap to mute and a vibrant mute indicator. It's compact, elegantly styled, perfect for situations where you want a mic that looks great but isn't too extra. Check out the new HyperX DuoCast, available at Target.com or shop at HyperX.com. There you go.
HyperX. How do you spell HyperX?
HyperX.com. That is .com.
X, just the letter X or EX?
Just the letter X. And also TARGET.com. You can get it there. Target.
What's it
Target.
called? Duo? something?
But enough talk. How
The
about you?
HyperX DuoCast, all one word.
Ooh.
UOCAST.
$99. That's affordable.
You say that like it's not.
No, it is.
Oh, for a USB microphone, that's pretty good.
I mean,
Well, a USB mic with
to
tap
start
to
a,
mute and a vibrant mute.
I don't believe
to get on the road to a podcast empire, new career opportunity. I think $99 is a healthy.
There you go.
Is a great amount.
Great investment.
Great
Start with a great mic. I mean, we did our show for I think 70 years before we got a somewhat better mic.
And this is like it's got colors on there. It's
vibrant colors.
Yeah.
So I've heard.
And it's got that mute button.
Gonna make sure HyperX hears this because we're plugging the hell out of this thing. Anyway,
I'm sorry. Oh, that was an ad.
No, that was a totally organic conversation we just.
No,
had.
I'm not. I think it's great. I'm checking it out now.
I'm going to recommend this thing to everyone.
That's right. The ad where you can't tell if it's an ad or not. Nintendo's Q1 results for fiscal year 2023.
You know what I like about it?
Oh God!
It's got a microphone stand. That's what I like about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll look to see if they're back in stock today.
Sweaty.
Is that
palms.
what I sound like,
Mr. Sweaty Palms?
You know, I
over
hold
here.
mine all the time like this. I should just give you my stand. Do you want my stand?
And it's not the same.
Anyway, Nintendo's Q1 results for fiscal year 2023. I know I said 2023, but that includes 2022. So this is April, May, and June, everybody. Well, it's a fiscal year. It goes into 2023. Their fiscal year 2023 ends March 2023. But this is April, May, June of this year. Net sales of 307 billion yen, operating profit of 101 billion yen, ordinary profit of 166 billion yen, total assets. Nintendo has 2.5 billion yen worth of assets, and net assets of 2 billion yen.
Billions.
First quarter declined 4.7% in net sales. So they're down roughly 5% in net sales. So not bad at all. But their ordinary profit increased by 30%. Yeah. You don't need all that.
I wasn't ready for that voice.
All that stuff. What's this? Digital went up 16%. So whatever, they're doing great. Switch sold in Q1 3.43 million units. That's down 22%. So it was 5 point something million last quarter. Software sales went down 8.6% compared to last year, which is understandable because that was Animal Crossing's wave. Switch total sales so far in terms of software. 863 million units of software have been sold on the Switch.
Unbelievable. Do you think they're going to hit 1 billion?
Yeah, I do. Because this year alone, we'll get them to 900 million. They got Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. They got Bayonetta 3.
Have we ever sold 1 billion units before?
I don't know. I want to say they've hit 1.1.
I mean, I'm sure you can make up an article about it, but
I could look. If they did. I don't know off the top of my head, but yeah.
Somebody in the chat.
They what else we got this year? We got this fiscal year is also Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, whatever they end up calling that. Splatoon 3, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 just came out. They got Metroid Prime 4 still coming. That's not necessarily this fiscal year, but if we're talking about getting to 1 billion units sold, then yeah, I think they could hit it, no doubt. Pokemon game in and of itself would do another 25 million to that total. And Zelda Breath of the Wild could hit 20 to 25 million as well. So that's another 40 to 50 million right there. So over 900 million, no problem. To 1 billion, they could do it. Million sellers update. Here you go. Here's your updated million sellers list for the Switch. We got some new entries here. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, a new million seller. 4.5 million units sold for that game, and it did 1.8 million of those in Q1 2023. Another new entry to the list, Nintendo Switch Sports. First time on the list because this is the first report after the game came out. 4.8 million units. Another new million seller on the list, Mario Strikers Battle League. First time on the list as well. 1.9 million units sold. And then you have your updates to your other games, your evergreen titles for Nintendo. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Anybody want to guess how many million units that has sold so far? Now, there are, in total, the Switch has sold 111 million units as of this fiscal report. So how many million copies of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe have sold?
85 million.
85 million.
68 million.
68 million.
90 million.
90 million.
I don't know. I'm so bad at these. 100 million.
Oh, you guys all believe that every Switch owner pretty much has Mario Kart. They do not. Oh, less than half, but close to half. 46 million units have been sold for Mario Kart.
playing in my
So there are that many other Switch owners who haven't bought the game yet, and I guess could potentially buy it. But there's tens of millions that don't want Mario Kart. So Mario Kart's as good as it gets when it comes to Nintendo titles. Like that's their
How
biggest.
Could you not want Mario
It's not
Kart?
gonna happen.
Well, the
I
only
wonder how
argument
many
you could
people who-
really have is that game came out on the Wii U, so maybe there's some Wii U owners who didn't buy 8 Deluxe, but that still at most would be 7 million people.
I wonder how many people who own the Switch and see that it's available and they're like, "Oh man, I used to love that game," but they for some reason just still don't buy it. Like, what are you?
Oh, I
waiting
used to
for?
love Mario Kart, but not anymore.
Grown out of that. It's not my thing anymore.
Animal Crossing has done 40 million units. Smash Brothers has done 29 million units. Breath of the Wild, remember, this is Breath of the Wild on Switch only. 27 million units, not including the Wii U numbers there. Pokemon Sword and Shield, 24 million units. Mario Odyssey, 24 million units. Super Mario Party, 18 million units. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, 15 million units. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, 15 million units. And the game that the stupid analyst said was a failure out of the gate and a big loss for Nintendo.
Excite Trucks?
Because they're so, I want to curse so bad. They're so farting dumb. Ring Fit Adventure on your million selling list, 14 million units sold.
Who's laughing
Stupid
now?
idiots.
I'm one of those suckers.
I will never forget when that game launched. They're like, launched to very lackluster sales. And I'm like, does no one pay attention to how these exercise games sell? They're long tail sellers. And they were like, Nintendo's latest failure. Not doing anywhere near the numbers we expected. And I'm like, yeah, that's because you're farting idiots. And here we are, 14 million units sold. And remind you, that's what, $70 a pop? Not the regular 60 or 50. What a bunch of losers.
Dude,
except Matt
that?
Piscatella. He's
Did
a
you
good one.
did you buy that?
Rats ate your eyes!
Did
If
you
only,
play it?
if only
Me
there was
neither.
a way to review bomb
little bit,
analysts.
Oh, if only there was a way for analysts to do research. Apparently, there's not. 'Cause they're farting
They
idiots.
analyze it. They're not researchers. They're
We do our
analysts.
so they do analysis like I do articles. I just make stuff up. They don't analyze anything. They're just like, I spoke to my people, meaning themselves. And Currybo says another successful quarter of
they look
doom.
at a
You got it,
chart and they go,
Currybo.
Oh yeah, it looks pretty good.
They're not journalists. They're just commentators.
That's right.
Is there anything you won't advocate for?
Devil's advocate. Also, we have the calendar of releases, first and third party. No changes there. Everything is as it was. So Metroid Prime, nothing different. There's no new dates on here, no changes. So if you heard it last quarter, you saw it this quarter too. But yes, another successful quarter for Nintendo, as we said. And as Nikki Hill said, stock went down because that's the way of the world.
Yeah. You know what that means though? It's on sale.
This this is a very interesting discussion. And I'm very happy Nintendo did this because I don't think I remember them ever talking about this. Now, there are systems out there, and then there's lapsed gamers for those systems. As a system goes on in its lifespan, the amount of systems sold is not the amount of active systems. Nintendo released the number of active players for the Switch. This is for the last 12 months. So this is every Switch unit that's been turned on to play something in the last 12 months. There are 111 million Switch units sold. How many of that do you think were active in the last 12 months?
100 million.
100
would have
million.
said 100
100 million.
47 million.
47 million. Nikki Hill.
Yeah, I was gonna say about the same number of the Mario Kart
47.
players.
Yeah. that was-
Okay. Did you look at the headline?
Yes.
Okay. You didn't.
didn't.
That's why I wanted to eliminate you first. It's 100 million.
Wow.
100 million active. That's
Nice round number, yeah.
insane. 5 years after the system's out. That's very impressive. I did not think it would. I would have guessed 70 million. So that's nuts. 100 million people fired up their Switch at least once
You had guessed
this
that
year.
Wrong.
Currybo says that's pretty great retention and active playership. Yeah, it really is. It shows how strong the Switch market is, both in terms of units sold and active players. That's crazy. I can't believe it's that high.
Is there any reason to turn it on just to like look at some information, then to turn it
Well,
off?
this was like activated a game specifically
to play.
Yeah, this isn't like I charged it or I turned it on to wipe the data. This is somebody went in and played something. Pretty crazy.
What was that thing I saw? Let me log in and check it out. Log in. You don't log.
Let me log into the Switch here. Beep, boop, bop, boop. Another record for Nintendo. Kirby and the Forgotten Land is already the second best-selling Kirby game.
Kirby and the Forgotten Realms.
I'm sorry, Kirby and the Forgotten Realms is already the second best-selling Kirby game ever.
What's the first?
Dreamland.
This guy's reading headlines left and right. Kirby's Dreamland. Or no, you read the article for that one.
Article.
I wouldn't put that in.
I did something today that I never ever do before I came. I checked out the top stories just to see how long we'd be talking about top stories for.
Just to make sure.
And turns out a long time.
Just to make sure you get all the numbers right when he asks for.
Is this listen? Is this your critique of us?
No,
are you saying too much Nintendo news talk on this podcast?
Just teasing. Just
Okay.
teasing
What
about
are
that.
you
But it was more just I was impressed with myself for actually doing a little homework.
I am
because
yeah.
I didn't
Nice job.
like peek over your shoulder just now to get that 100 million answer. I actually looked at at the stories.
Your retention is very good. You read and you remembered.
That's right.
That's right. So yes, Kirby's Dreamland is still the number one, which is at 5.1 million. Kirby and the Forgotten Realms, which is this sales data is only for 15 weeks, by the way. 4.5 million. So your new number one Kirby game within 2 months is going to be Kirby and the Forgotten Realms.
Not there yet.
I said couple months.
Careful.
Mark my words.
Careful.
And if that's not true, I'll just make it up. Yeah, I'd say 2 months tops, and you're going to have it's going to be there. That's it. Best selling Kirby game of all time.
Put it on the calendar. Mark the date. Let's see
of a bitch.
if he's
what's
correct.
Son of a bitch.
What's today?
I will put it on
6th?
Yeah.
All right. So October 6th.
6th.
Mark it down, people. Kirby will have easily surpassed this 5.13 million by that point. Yeah.
5.31.
Nope. 5.13.
1.1.
Again,
4.5
weeks. In 15 weeks, the game sold 4.5, and the best-selling Kirby's Dreamland, is at 5.1. So I'm saying in 8 weeks, it could do 600,000 units. I'm very confident in that number. Yes. So we'll revisit. Yeah. Okay, if you want to.
You're enjoying yourself, man. This is great.
Give me this bet. I'll take this bet all day long. 2 months for 600,000 copies. Yeah. Okay. Kirby says,
right.
"Woo, go Kirby! We'll never forget about your realms."
Not
now.
never.
It's true. No one will forget the realms. Lots of realms fans out there.
Yeah.
I still believe it.
I still believe it. There was the Pokemon Presents thing, which was like a big rundown on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the next big Pokemon game where you'll be venturing to the Paldea region.
Just the amount, I won't even go into it because you're just going to tear me up, but the amount of Pokemon games, I say it all the time, but you're just like, it's not every year, it's every other year, except there's 2 games, and then there's a spin-off game, and then there's...
It's like saying the amount of Zelda games, or the amount of...
It's not at all. It's not at all. We talk about
Activision
Pokemon every dang week. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I can't believe you make this argument. Mainline Pokemon games versus spin-off Pokemon games. This is a mainline Pokemon game. The last mainline Pokemon game was Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's
They're
like
all
saying,
Pokemon, man. It's all Pokemon.
We could say, like every year has a Mario game. We have Mario Odyssey. Then we have Mario Strikers Battle League. And later this year, we have Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. That's 2 spin-off Mario games in 1 year.
I don't want those either.
That's what I'm talking about.
A lot of people are excited for this.
So you're talking about spin-offs versus main games, which happens with Nintendo franchises all the time. But anyway, in this mainline Pokemon
a lot of people are very excited for these 2 more games that you can buy your children, both versions of it,
or buy
it'll be
themselves.
good.
We now know that the region will offer a new phenomenon called terrestrializing. Yes.
Whoa! I thought this was a family game.
This phenomenon is only found in the Paldea region and makes Pokemon shine and glimmer. like gems. When a Pokemon terrestrializes, a Terra Jewel appears above the Pokemon's head like a crown, and the Pokemon's body glistens like a cut gemstone. All Pokemon in Paldea can terrestrialize to gain special powers. And terrestrialization allows players to enhance their battle strategies by increasing the power of any moves that have the same type as their Pokemon's Terra type. There are 18 types, meaning there are countless combinations.
Sure, why not?
So wait, is this the first time in the game that you
Yes.
basically have the equivalent of like a foil embossed card or
That's
whatever?
what it's like. Yeah, they are shiny gems.
And they've been making these games for how long?
And you can take this into Terra raid battles.
Yeah,
Where you
baby.
team up with other players who take on
Panty raid battles.
terrestrialized wild Pokemon.
It's also doing another new feature that's really exciting. When the game starts, you get to choose between a water or a fire or a green Pokemon.
Green. Water, fire, or green. There's also the Poke Portal and the Union Circle. You can trade and battle with trainers all over the world by using the feature called the Poke Portal. Also, remember, this is the first mainline Pokemon game ever with co-op. Take your friends, you and 3 friends, go out in the world together.
And then have your friend beat the game when you go home for the day.
Got him.
And you'll meet characters like...
You know, I was wondering yesterday if we would be able to make it through the show without someone bringing that up.
No, we can't.
It hurts
possible.
too much. Does it hurt
That's
too
not
much? Is that
possible.
you don't want to bring it up because it hurts too much?
Exactly. No, I'm really longing for the day when we can all get past it. It feels like a lifetime ago. Let's be real.
Well,
Don't
I
hold
did.
your
I
breath.
just want to. I'll use this point to once again say something I've said before. I have the game on Switch. We could all do it all over again, and I'm ready to not play through to the end with you guys or without you guys. Damn it! I blew my cover. But if you want to do it, the opportunity's there, and I'm ready, willing, and able. You'll meet on this Pokemon journey.
The power
Clavel.
of the dark side.
He's the director of the academy you're going to be at. Jacques. There's also Mr. Jacques, who's very knowledgeable about Pokemon biology. There's Arvin, an upperclassman at the academy. There's Penny. She's a bit shy, but for some reason she doesn't seem to have come to the academy very often. Why? You got to go to school every day. You can't just go to school when you want. There's also
Sure you can.
how do I say this? Gym leader of the Glacido gym, Grusha. They used to be a professional snowboarder, but now he's a gym leader. And he's an ice type specialist. Of course he is. We also got reveals of new Pokemon like Fido. Fido looks like a dog made out of dough. Elastic qualities, and it's both firm and soft. It's a puppy Pokemon. There's Wooper. So there's something else. There's another. Is there another Wooper? Is this just Paldean Wooper? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure there is.
There's Cetitan as well.
Speaking English?
Cetitan need to have tough muscles to be able to support their immense bodies, and physical attacks using bodies have incredible power. They also migrate around snowy regions, and they're protected by a thick layer of fat. Would you like to see Fido?
Yes.
There's Fido, made out of dough.
Looks delicious.
There's Wooper, Paldean Wooper. And
You know
here
that
is
thing is obnoxious.
Cetitan. There you go.
Iridocyclitis.
I wish everyone a lot of love and respect.
Peace and love.
We also got
Peace and
news
love.
on
Wait,
your
what's
purchase
the-
bonus and all
What's
that
the
stuff.
the bread dog? Is that
Fido.
Fido.
But what is that? That's not fire.
It's a puppy Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said it was fire,
I'll tell you its type. I'm going back
water,
up.
and
It is fairy type. There you go.
Dude said it was water, fire, and green.
He said green earlier. I'm not telling you starter Pokemon. He's
Yeah.
probably right about that. I'm
Green
just telling you
is
Pokemon.
fairy. Come on.
He was telling you, he was
Green is
making a
the
joke
fairy
about
type,
how
right?
all Pokemon games start with fire, water, and in his words, green starters.
Yeah.
That is
But I'm
not
just telling you
correct.
regular Pokemon, not starters. We already know the starters for this game, which are fire, water, and green.
What are those? I forget.
Don't. Well, you put me on the spot here.
Is that the
one that the red
Peeplu?
the one cat that's got like a
Peepiopi.
spaghetti name?
Spaghetti cat?
I don't remember, man.
Spaghetti?
Pokemon's my weak spot. Come on, I don't remember all this stuff.
It's the penne pussy.
Whoa!
Holy cow.
Somebody in the chat, can you give me green is weed dog, says Dre Gamer. Can somebody in the chat
Nice.
give me the starter Pokemon here?
Irimon.
Sprigatito is the cat. Sprigatito, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember Sprigatito.
Yeah.
Yes. Someone in the chat will save me
We
here.
probably like made fun of.
Here you go.
its name 'cause it sounds
Sprigatito,
like pasta.
Fuecoco, and Quaxley.
Fuecoco.
There you go.
You know, you just said Pokemon's not your strong suit, and yet we go over it every single week. Pokemon, there's always a story.
Yeah, but I don't remember the starters of the new one. It's not even out
There
yet.
they are.
There you go. Thank you, Red Souza. That's what we need.
And that Quaxley.
Sprigatito is a grass or green type. Fuecoco is fire, and Quaxley is water. So what Deux said stands true. You get a fire, water,
And how many
or
types
green in the
are
beginning.
there?
I don't know, 18, 15.
But we always start with those fire, water.
Well,
and-
they give you those because they're the most
Useful.
yeah. Like you're starting
Versatile,
with one
I
that's got
guess.
some range on it, but you'll eventually get the Pokemon where those are not the types you want to use in battle against other types, like ghost types or whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just know. Listen, you want to play a Pokemon game like I do?
No.
You take one starter and you brute force that sucker to the end. Is it good later on? No, but you do it anyway because you're like, well, I played 40 hours of the game with this one Pokemon, so I screwed myself over. You think I'd change it when I played the next game, but do I? No, I do the same thing.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm with you on that. I'd find it very difficult to switch up. I've only played the one Pokemon game. I don't remember even which one it was, but yeah, I find it like after you put so much time in, I don't want to switch it up, but you have to be versatile.
It used to be that experience share wasn't a thing. Like if you wanted Pokemon to grow in experience, you had to use them in battle, so it was screwing you over even more. Nowadays, that's not the case. As long as they're in your party, they'll get shared experience in any battle, even if you don't use them. So it makes that better. But
yeah,
there you go. So there you go. The new one's coming out. People are excited, and
people are excited. You said it.
And
I agree with
and,
it.
I'm also excited, but I'm going to
okay.
do the same thing I always do: take a starter and love it. Unlike all the other ones, the other ones just come along. They're not fooled. They know I don't love them as much. I love the starter.
So
and then
you
that's
play
it.
all
No,
these
I'm not
games.
their real
mainline
father.
ones. Yeah, the only spinoff I played is Arceus because I was really interested in that, and I was like,
And it's got
Man,
a cool name.
this is what they should do for the next main
Kiss
game,
my
and
Arceus.
they're doing a lot of that for the main
Oh.
game. So because everybody's like, this is how Pokemon mainline games should be. There you go.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Currybo says, I do wonder how open this open world will be. It'll be interesting to see how they pull it off. The game's battle gimmick looks less obnoxious compared to Dynamaxing. The type change being dependent on the Pokemon Terra type will be interesting and lead to grinding for that perfect combo. Oh, and Fido is a delicious looking doggo. Yeah, people are really having that debate right now on whether they'd eat Fido or not, because clearly it's dough. So, and then the whole conversation of eating Pokemon in general came up again.
Yeah.
Well, listen, if Pokemon were real, we'd be eating them.
Oh, absolutely.
Without a doubt. Like there's
Or
that
putting
Pokemon
them-
that looks like ice cream. How are you not going to eat that
or
thing?
putting them to work for
Not
cheap
people.
I'm
labor.
sorry, it looks like soft serve. I will
Oh,
eat that
okay.
Pokemon.
I'll eat it.
Yeah.
Nikkei has reported that Nintendo is not going to have any new hardware this fiscal year. So the Switch Pro rumors are for another fiscal year dead. So if you're thinking Nintendo's going to put out some sort of new revamped Switch this year, I should say this fiscal year, no. So that goes all the way until March 2023. No new Nintendo hardware. So there you go. The rumors of Switch Pro will have to survive until after March. Currybo says, Currybo's on top of these comments this week. He says, back in the rumor vault with you. And then delays and all that stuff. So yeah, rumors died. What is this? Damn it. Oh, Xenoblade did the same thing in Japan that it did in the UK. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 has had the biggest physical launch for the entire series in Japan as well. Its weekly sales in Japan launched to 113,000 units at retail. Again, does not include digital. That tops the previous game, which was Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and that saw 98,000 units sold at launch at retail. So considerably more units.
I'm sorry, you probably said this.
Yep.
And I can't multitask.
I know.
Fiscal year 2023.
We're in it.
We're already in it. And this is the second quarter.
We're living it, baby.
So the third quarter. Oh, so the fiscal
March.
years restart in March.
You got it, baby.
So 2023, they could have a system
In after March.
in the calendar year.
Yeah, calendar year, yes. Fiscal year, no.
Right.
You got it. You're on.
The day after fiscal 2023, they're like, here's all of our information
Could
and our
be-
sales,
I mean,
and here's a new system.
Nintendo has done that kind of stuff. So
We said it
we
wasn't
don't
gonna
know
be.
the what are we at? What is it? Next week we should have NPD numbers, and we'll see where Xenoblade falls. It'll be in the top. I'd say it'll be in the top 5 easy. We don't know where it'll be, but we won't get numbers. But Nintendo, or we will have the top 20 list. They'll show us where Xenoblade Chronicles 3 lands. Kirby says, great to see. Seemingly well deserved too. Yeah, these RPG fans are eating this one up, which is great to see. In North America, what do we got this week? Let me tell you. We got 9-in-1 puzzles. 90-inch soccer, I guess I'm supposed to say. 90-inch soccer. Adopt an animal near me. That's not like a clickbait ad. That's the name of a game. Afterwave Downfall. Amazing George 2. Arcade Archives Roller Jammer. Backgrounds for Life. Book Quest. Celestian Tales. Super City Hero 3D. Flying Legend Warriors Deluxe Simulator. Yep. Cleo, A Pirate's Tale. Counter Recon 2. The New War. Faircroft's Antiques, The Mountaineer's Legacy. Phytro. Gale of Windoria. Hindsight. There's one to take a look at. Japanese Escape Games, The Retro House. Kells. Korkoro Clover, Season 1. Lost in Play. Merge Your Room. My Dangerous Life. Princess Loot Pixel Again ×2. I don't know what any of that means. Quarry Truck Simulator. Cubite Classics Thunderbolt Collection. Roll the Cat. It's a puzzle game where you roll cats around on the floor into their beds. None of that is a lie. Samurai Aces 3 Sengoku Canon. Sophia and the Ancient Clan. Hey guys, do you like Metroidvanias?
Yeah.
Do you like... Oh, wait. You said
Yes, I do. I do.
Do you like naked women?
You know I do.
Yes.
Well, then get yourself Sophia and the Ancient Clan. It's a Metroidvania where you unlock lewd images.
Ooh.
I'm interested in this.
Oh, the perfect use for multiple reasons. Strikers 1945. 3. Superplex. Think. Super Snake Block. Toy Soldiers HD should not be on this list. Nintendo forgot to take it off. That's been delayed. 2 Point Campus. Very big game this week. That's a Sega published title. 2 Point Campus. Get that game. Heard it's very good. Vicky Spotter. Megapolis. Vicky Spotter. Professions. Wavecade. And then finally,
Wavecade.
Whack First. Fight the Moles.
What the heck?
Wait,
Yep.
Is it Wave Cave or Wavecade?
Wavecade.
Oh, okay.
Currybo
like
says
arcade, okay.
nothing jumps out for me this week. I would say the jump out ones here are 2 Point Campus and Hindsight. But yes, a somewhat quieter week. I agree. Josh?
What are the next European masterpieces? Let's find out with Nikkei's sweet releases.
Well, thank you, Josh. This is the eShop releases in Europe for the week of August 4th, the year of our Lord 2022.
Year of Lord.
First up, 90-inch soccer. Afterwave Downfall. Before We Leave. Celestian Tales. Phytro. Froggen. Did I say that one?
What are you
right?
guys doing over there?
Nope.
We're just frogging.
What is it? Frogan?
Yeah, this is the whole thing that happened last time. Yes.
Yeah, and I've been thinking Frogan, and I was like, no, it's probably Froggen because it's more about
So you
frogs.
fooled yourself into thinking what you thought last time.
And
yeah.
I went right back to what it should have been, I guess, because it's about a frog. Frogan Deluxe Edition. Did I say that one right?
Yes.
No. Gale
Barely
of
got it out.
Windoria. Hindsight, that's one to keep an eye on.
There you
To
go.
Look out for. Hot Lap League.
Hot Lap League.
Deluxe Edition. Hot Lap League.
Is that about cats?
I
Because they
don't-
like
is
a
it
hot lap to
swimming,
sit
or
in?
is it?
No, it's all racing, guys. I'm
Oh.
sorry. No cats. No.
Oh,
Oh,
that
yeah,
kind of
cars race laps too. Japanese escape games, The Retro House, Kells, Kokoro Clover, Season 1. That one rolls off the tongue.
Yep, nothing
Kokoro.
like Kokoro.
Kokoro Clover. No, Kokoro Clover. Like good name. Logic Pick. Princess Luke Pixel again ×2.
Yes, and also periods instead of spaces. I
Yeah,
looked
but
it
when
up.
you-
That's how it's written.
Yeah, but when you look it up in the graphic, there's no
I know.
periods.
Hey, whatever.
Cubite Classics Thunderbolt Collection by Fico.
So that's another Cubite release where it's a compilation of old games, Thunderbolt games.
Roll the Cat. It's just a game where you roll cats into their beds.
Not a lot.
Sounds fun.
Sophia and the Ancient Clan. Who here likes Metroidvania games?
I do.
I do.
And who here likes looking at boobs?
You know I do.
Well, then that game is probably for you. It's a Metroidvania game where you unlock lewd content.
Oh, very good.
I'll just play Metroid and watch porn at the same time.
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Yeah, but then you're not paying enough attention to one of them.
Oh, I only need the audio.
South of the Circle.
Oh, that's another one I'm really interested in, but
Luke?
I haven't played it.
Erotic? No.
Not erotic, no. Well, I don't know. Maybe there's some eroticism in it.
Not
Stuff.
interested.
Super Snake Block. That one is also
Snake
not
Oh, jeez.
not adult.
Are there any more erotic games?
Not this
Toy
week.
Soldiers. That should not be on this list. I think that game's been
Toy
delayed.
Soldiers, another erotic game.
Vicky Spotter. Hello. Megapolis. Wavecade.
What are you thinking?
Wavacade. I think it's
Wavacade. Wow.
Hot Wheels Unleashed. Oh, these are all new DLC. Hot Wheels Unleashed DLC.
Yep.
Jigsaw Masterpieces has new DLC.
Yep.
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl has DLC, believe it or not.
It's not hard to say.
Abakidoro
You got it.
has new DLC. And the Dungeon of
Now that's hard to say.
Nehulbeck, the Amulet of Chaos, Chicken
Sure,
Edition,
whatever.
new DLC. And we have a comment from Karibo.
Oh,
And Karibo says, thanks for telling us what's coming out, Nikki.
Oh,
Wow.
Very
looked
good.
into the future.
Somebody has a crystal ball or a
Yeah.
time machine.
thanks, Nikki.
Thank you, Karibo, for thanking me.
And then finally, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe got updated to version 2.1.0, and it has what you've been waiting for. Wave 2 of the Booster Course Pass. So you got your new tracks in there. 8 more tracks to race on, and one of them is brand spanking new, not a remake.
And if you pay for
So good you'd crap your drawers.
and if you're a Nintendo, what is it, Nintendo Switch Online,
You got it.
then what you just go and you download these. They download to
The Mario
memory
Kart 8
card?
Deluxe Booster Course Pass is automatically available to all Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack subscribers, but it can also be purchased separately. For
But you have to
$25.
download them. Like you can't just put in the game and then click on it and say I want to play it. Like you have
It updates like any other, as far as I know. Maybe it doesn't, because I haven't played Mario Kart since the first
because
Booster
it's
Course
one of those
Pass came
things
out.
that's a little weird. Like I want to make sure the save content is like in the same space. It's not on, like,
Everything,
a
nothing's
momentum.
changing. Yeah, you don't have to rejigger anything. You just go in, and I don't know if you have to go into the eShop and be like download, and it gets somebody in the chat can say, but because like I said, I haven't downloaded.
It was a couple weeks back. I was playing Mario Kart with my nieces, and they wanted to play the new levels because it's like it's there, but you have to click on it and you have to like download it or accept it or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not paying for that. And then I realized being part
Switch
of a
Online
family plan-
expansion pack. You have to be, which you are.
right? And so I was like, oh, maybe I can do that, but I just haven't. I haven't braved that world. I haven't even tried it.
Nothing
yet.
bad will happen.
Have
You'll
you
be
done
okay.
it? Have you played these?
He just said he did.
I said twice that I didn't. To you.
Yeah.
Nope.
Here you go. Drake says it showed the option in the download. It showed an option in the download on the eShop for me. There you go. So now you know. But yeah, it's not going to ruin save data. You don't have to pay anything. You're fine.
No, not ruin save data.
Thanks
It's
very
like
much for doing this.
if you have to download it to download that content to like a memory card, and then now I have to have that memory card with the game card at the same time.
Do you want to just have problems? Is that what you're looking
No,
for?
I want to avoid problems. That's why I want to know how it all works. I'm scared.
Well, there's one way to know for sure.
Yeah, try it.
Try
and then
it.
if it doesn't work out, now I have to deal with the fact that
We
Colma
just have
Colma
to
says
wait and
just
see.
update the game, bruh. There you go.
Bruh.
Colma
Shout
knows.
out to my
You know what?
bros.
Call of Duty, bruh.
Homa, I'm happy that everything is just so easy
Call of
for
Duty.
you.
Well, you know what
Bro.
Colma probably did? If you had a question, he probably read. You just looked at him and were like,
If
too
there's
scared.
if there's not a headline telling me what to do, I don't care, I guess.
I don't care.
And I'll just not get the game.
I don't want to be here.
You should do a little experiment this week. Make one story per day, fake, but directly speaking to Nicky Hill, and see if he'll like play Fortnite with us or something.
Can I make it so that only he would see it?
You'd have to send me the
Notice
link,
me,
which then I
senpai.
know
Notice
I'm
me.
baited. Because I don't go to GoNintendo.
Speaking of that, I guess we could mention this now. Did you know that when the site launched, you had a special let's call it byline on your username? Because I know.
Did you know you can?
You have a very special reviewer credit on GoNintendo.
You're talking about the new site, right?
Yeah.
Just recently.
Well, since March.
Why am I even on there? I don't do anything for
You have a
GoNintendo.
username, and
According
that username's
to-
got something associated.
According to your job
profile, you
description,
do.
you do quite a bit for this website.
We put it on there because we were like, let's see how long it goes before he notices. And I was like, I don't think he'll ever notice. But it's not mean. It's just your it's what you do for the site.
It's impressive. Is what
It
it
is
is.
impressive.
Pain in the butt.
No. We'll let you find it. You got to log in and then you'll see it.
I don't know my login information.
You know who does know it? I do. Obviously, I know
Yeah,
everybody's
because you
login.
take
but-
everybody's logins and then you try it on all their other accounts.
Oh yeah, speaking of that,
Just kidding. He doesn't do that. He's
with
a
the
reputable
site,
man.
one of the licenses for the site expired, and it was supposed to. So what happens is licenses expire, they auto renew, and then everything's good. And more than 9 times out of 10, that's what happens. But one night this week, a license expired, it auto renewed, but what's supposed to happen is the server's supposed to reboot to apply the new license, and it didn't. So the site went down, and I went to the site and I was like, oh, what's going on? And I was like, probably my internet. Took my phone offline, still didn't work. Then just at the perfect time, Deux texted me and he was like, I can't get to the site. And I was like, oh, this is like an actual problem then. I was like, I think something's up. I found that this thing happened. The site didn't auto reboot like it was supposed to. But anybody, my whole point in this story, anybody that went to the site at that time, which was like 2 a.m. to 6 a.m, got a message that was like, somebody could be trying to steal your information, your credit card information. And I was like, oh yeah. Like Google is so like over the top with the message that they have. Really, it's just like, you know, a license may have expired for the site and be careful because something's up, but it's probably not on your end. But instead, Google's like, if you go here, if you proceed, somebody might be trying to get your credit card information. But GoNintendo does not have your credit card information because we've never collected it. We have no reason for it. So I was saying it relates to, I was like, who's this red name in here? It's you. I was going to say hi to somebody, but it's you I was going to say IRC. Hi, go Nicky Hill. All right, Mom Brain, what'd you play? Nothing?
No.
Okay, Kirby, what have you been playing?
No, anytime I got a chance to play, it was late, and then he was using the Switch, and then it all went to heck.
You're putting this
blame
off.
on me. You got all day.
No.
Also, you had people. Did we? My parents were here one day, and there's something else.
Oh, my grandmother died.
Not that. I was gonna say people were here. She wasn't here.
No, she's definitely not. Well, she might be here.
You were like at a meeting one night, and you went out to a party another day, and you weren't around as much. I was around, lonely, cold, afraid.
Aw.
Kirby, did you play anything?
I did. I played a little more of Shantae and the Seven Sirens, and I also downloaded Shredder's Revenge. And,
and you played as?
I think at first I played as Splinter.
Oh,
That's right.
He's a radical rat.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think I've
I
ever
love rats.
played. Has he ever been a playable character? I don't know if we
Not to my knowledge. In
There was
like a beat 'em up, I don't think so.
Splinter is,
Maybe I don't remember who was in Tournament Fighters. I don't think
Yeah,
he
I don't
was
either.
playable.
But-
Splinter's cool and everything until he eats your eyes.
Oh, because he's a rat, a radical rat.
Oh. Mom Brain's trying so hard.
May the rats
There you
eat
go.
your eyes!
Yeah, I also played as Leonardo for a little bit, and spoilers. I got as far as the shopping mall level.
Ah, yes, I remember that level well because the level's fun. But also, I really love the song in that level.
Oh yes, you know your judo well.
Yeah, lots of great music, and I've only played it on my own so far, but it's very enjoyable, and it definitely captures the vibe of Turtles in Time, which
Hell yeah,
is a game I have lots of fond memories of. And
Big Apple 2 p.m. in that game.
Do they say 2 p.m.?
Yeah, or maybe they say 3 p.m. Whatever I know they say the opposite.
They say 3 p.m. instead of 3 a.m.
Yes, because it's the daytime when you're there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there was something I wanted to ask you. Do you remember when there was a remastered version of Turtles in Time? It came out.
Yes.
Came out a while
On
ago.
on Xbox Live or something.
Yeah. Did you ever play that? Because I didn't.
No, because I was very upset by the trailer. I was like, I
didn't
don't
even see a trailer. I just heard that they couldn't use the original music, and I was just like, not interested.
Yep. It's remastered with all the stuff you like gone. So yeah, no, it's like having with Super Meat Boy. When they re-released Super Meat Boy, the whole soundtrack had to be taken out because the licensing deal was up, and they didn't want to pay for the new one. So it just got an all new soundtrack. I was like, it's not the same.
Yeah,
it's
such a bummer when that happens. But anyway, I feel like Shredder's Revenge is is like the true successor to Turtles in Time.
Yes, very much so. Yeah.
And and I'm looking forward to playing co-op and stuff because that's the way to do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm down to play that game again.
You still haven't finished it, right? Or you did finish it?
I didn't finish it.
Okay.
I haven't finished it yet. I got it pretty far, but yeah, I was only playing it with buds, and then we only played that one night. So,
and that's all I played.
Okay, Nicky Hill, you been a busy boy lately?
I'm sorry, what?
You been a busy boy lately?
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had diarrhea for most of the week.
So I guess we've all played that game before.
Could have been playing things.
It's a dangerous game.
Mm-hmm.
But no, what did I like to play? I played Solitaire, and I downloaded and started playing, and I wish I played more so I could tell you that I finished it or something, but I started playing Stray.
Woo!
Which game is Stray again?
The one
Meow.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure when it was first announced, I said whatever game that system comes out on, whatever system that game comes out on, I'm gonna buy it. And luckily, it came out on a system I already had.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something about it that's like, I'm not very far, but there's something about it for me that's kind of like, yeah, this is like The Last of Us for cats.
The Cats of Us.
Well, I haven't played that much either. I don't know if it's that dark. Maybe it gets
no,
darker.
it's not. It's just like the very beginning. You're walking through like between the walls or whatever with your cat friends, and like everything's overgrown. And I'm like, yeah, this is like The Last of Us. And then I stopped playing after that. So I don't
Cat
know.
Joel comes out.
Kitty Joel.
Cat Daddy Joel.
No, absolutely not.
did you have to blow the dust off of your PlayStation 4 to run it?
Yeah. That's actually.
Did you?
Yeah, when I went to pick up my controller, I was like, "Ooh, this controller's a little dusty."
It was stuck to the PS4.
Yeah, you probably haven't played that thing. I mean, can you even remember the last game you played on the PlayStation?
Yeah, the last thing was Fall Guys, but that was.
He played Fall Guys and then he fell off.
It was like last year, probably, right?
More.
But so then I decided, I'm gonna play Stray. but you got to charge the controller first because then it won't work if it's not charged.
I've heard that.
So I stood tethered to the system. I stood in front of my TV and I did all the updates, and then I logged in and downloaded the game, and then I put the system into rest mode and let that charge for a while while I
Fall Guys
Solitaire.
was August 2020, so 2 years.
We didn't play it when it was like super fresh.
We did because we
Oh,
played
yeah.
it when
did.
it was part of PS Plus. Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wow. So it's
Super
only been a little
fresh.
while. It's only been a little while. But yeah, I just met a friend, and in the game,
Professor Egad.
as you say, and
Oh, that little guy.
and so yeah. I mean, I'm just starting my journey. You know,
Savor it. It's a good one.
Yeah.
I beat it too quickly, and then I went and tried to play it again, and I was like, "That's not the same."
He's a dog this time.
but really, I mean,
yeah.
like,
yeah, how did they screw that up?
but
New
like,
Game Plus.
you I'm kind of in that world. I'm walking around talking to robots, and you know, I like when I meow and they smile, or sometimes if you meow a little nasty, they go, and you rub up on them and they love it. And,
Rubbies is good.
and
I love it.
I remember watching like the very, very, very early concept videos where it was just a cat like jumping on air conditioners and climbing walls and stuff. And it was just like, man, that's going to be like, I don't know why, but it's going to be awesome. And it just feels like nice where you're just kind of walking around. And of course the camera is a little weird for me. So like with my upset stomach, that's why I didn't play more of it, because like I automatically started to feel motion sick.
Did you try that trick of putting a little like sticker on the middle of your TV or a little piece of paper in the center?
I'm gonna tape something to my TV.
Oh my
damage
god! Yeah, you're right. Throw up instead. I apologize.
Yeah. I don't get you. I don't get you.
I don't get you.
Let me damage your television.
So use static electricity and put a piece of paper on your screen.
Whatever.
Oh yeah,
there it is. Yeah.
Mhm.
What about those glasses that were making the rounds on TikTok that you wear while you're driving? The ones that look like they're wild, and I don't know if they
Pop
work.
some
but
Dramamine before you play.
they're like they look like the crazy straw glasses. You know the ones I'm talking about that
Papa
you like
Shango.
wear. But they're tubes, but they have liquid in like half of them, so that the liquid moves.
So
around
your head
you.
has more of a reference for like.
Wow.
Yeah.
Although I guess if you're seeing
Well,
something that shows you're stabilized and you're looking at something moving.
I think I
maybe
have
that
some of
would-
those crazy
Maybe.
straws, so maybe I'll just fill those with something.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all you got.
Yeah, great idea. Just don't get it on your controller.
Zikamuto says that used to be an old Counter-Strike trick. Tape with a crosshair on it.
He's been telling
Tape
me
with a crosshair on it on your monitor to help you no scope.
He's
Back
been-
in the like 90s.
he's been
decades ago.
Raw Meat has been suggesting that to me since that game came out. Or
Still
did
won't
that
do
come-
it. Still
Did
won't
that
do
game
it.
come out?
Big fan of puking.
It was a mod initially, right?
Counter-Strike? It came out. Yeah, it's a game. It's
But it was
a regular game.
originally a mod.
Yes.
Half-Life mod?
Yes. Yes. I don't know. I'm hoping there's no follow-up questions because I don't remember the rest, but yes. Cool. Is that it?
Yeah.
What do you be playing?
Well, I finished Earthbound again. I was hoping that we would get to share, but I realized you had a busy week. I didn't want to finish you to the punch, but
I'll get there. I will.
But now I'm jealous of you because I wish I were playing it again. I almost started playing because after the credits, it starts like a new game, kind of like in your bed, and I almost started playing it right away because it's just my new cup of tea and a warm blanket. That's what it is.
Easier time going the second time?
So much easier because you weren't around to judge my save patterns. I literally saved
around to
every
Wait a
30
minute.
seconds. I was doing traditional saves.
You did traditional saves all the time when we played.
You're right, I did.
Yeah,
So
you did
imagine with you
more.
not around
Wow.
how many more there were. Yeah, like literally after every battle, saved. Only once or twice did I save in the middle of a battle, but I really didn't draw the line anywhere when it came to traditional saves. yeah, I understood the story a lot better this time around. Probably because I had played it once already, and probably because
we weren't bullshit.
I wasn't.
We weren't bull shoveling. Sorry,
we weren't bull shoveling. But yeah, it's great. It might be a game that I play like once a year, kind of thing. It might be one of those kinds of things. Just because I like to. I'm very comfortable in the world now. I know the characters and the story very well, so it's one of those things like Final Fantasy VII where I can just pop in and just enjoy myself, like I said, like it's an old movie or an old book that is familiar that I like, or crawling up next to the fireplace, or just think of something for you that's very cozy and comfortable and no anxiety at all, and that's what Earthbound has been for me. So yeah, and that was it. I didn't have any other games. I'm looking for a new game to play now. So there we go.
Dare I suggest Undertale again? Now that you've played Earthbound,
that's not a bad suggestion.
Yeah, very related to one another.
But yeah.
But
Mother 3, yeah, Red Susan's right. Mother 3 is the way to go. Yeah, that's what we gotta do. Mother 3.
Yeah, I'm still down to do that.
Yeah,
any day now.
Do it today.
Not this weekend.
It's got traditional saves.
I'm out of here after the podcast.
That's right.
I'm all in my own head about the weekend.
That's right.
We'll yeah, soon after that, anytime.
PT suggests Earthbound Beginnings. That's also available to you.
PT, my name's Deux Michaels. I don't know if you've ever heard about me at all.
Can't go backwards in graphics.
Yeah, the graphics are horrible. I tried playing that when it first came out.
Video Game Guru suggests Live Alive, which you've been teetering on for a while now.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but Live Alive is on its way in the mail. I got a physical copy, but instead of paying $50, I paid $45, and it's taking like 3 weeks to get here. So I probably should have just bit the bullet and spent the extra $5. I could be playing it already, but yeah, in a couple of weeks, I'll have a physical copy of that, and I'll be playing it. So
PT suggests if you squint real hard, it's not so bad.
Thanks, PT. That's a great tip.
There you go.
I'll remember that when I'm not playing Earthbound Beginnings.
Wait, what? I forget, what game did they recommend?
Earthbound Beginnings.
Earthbound Beginnings. They're saying squint for that because it's the NES game. So if you squint, it won't look as bad. But Video Game Guru said Live Alive, which looks very nice because it's HD 2D. Even the original Live Alive would look better than Earthbound because it was still more graphically impressive than Earthbound. But
yeah, no, I'm excited to play Live. I'm kind of in that mode now, which is why I didn't totally poo-poo your Undertale idea. I'm kind of in a RPG kind of feeling right now, but get that Xenoblade away from me. But anything else, maybe.
I'm very excited for that game.
But yeah, well, thanks for listening. I don't know. Like I said, if you haven't played Earthbound, you should try it out. I mean, what the heck? It feels good.
Yeah.
Feels good, man.
And stick with it for a little while. Because it could be a little bit frustrating at first. But
listen, just the beginning is frustrating. Yeah. That beginning's tough, and it makes you think you got no chance of getting through the game. But once you get past Frank and his tank, you're okay.
Rami.
Yes.
What'd you play this week?
Oh, thanks for asking. I played Fortnite, of course. More Fortnite. John Cena out on the battlefield. Still very much like
brand new John Cena action figure.
And the only other thing I played this week was a game I was playing for review, and the review is out now, but I'm happy to talk more about the game. It is a game I took a different approach with. I didn't tell anyone I was playing it because whenever I tell people, things pop up and it takes me longer to play the game. I played Rite, R-I-T-E, on Switch. It is not available yet. It will be available to you guys on Switch the 23rd. But the company that did it said, you play it, you review it, and no embargo. They said, whenever you want to put the review out, you go ahead. So I was like, I'll jump on an early review. I reviewed Rite. Rite is very much like Super Meat Boy. So it's Super Meat Boy wasn't one room. So this is one room. But it is, a very tough platformer. And each room has an exit door, and your goal is to get the key and go to the door. So you just do that over and over and over again.
Catch with a code, smack it with a hammer.
There are 20 coins in each level. Do you have to get them? No. Do you want to get them? Well, if you get them, you'll get something special. Is it worth it? I would say yes. Is getting the carns. Is getting the coins extra hard?
I love Kong.
The Richard Carnes.
20 Richard Carnes in each level. Now the game, if you like very difficult platformers, now you have unlimited lives and you restart right away. If you like very difficult platformers, this is one of the best. It's an excellent one, and there's no sophisticated mechanics to learn. Don't touch things with spikes, and you can jump off walls. That's all there is to learn. That's all you got. Move, jump. That's it. But it is excellent if you like those kind of games. Very fun, very challenging. Levels are all great. One of the best difficulty curves I've ever seen in a game. The whole first world, you're like, this is no problem. I got this. Then the second world, you're like, I got this. There's a couple that are a little bit difficult. The third world comes up, and the first half of the third world, you're like, oh, taking it up a notch. Second half of the third world, you're like, oh, okay. Then the fourth world, you're like, ooh, okay, this is pretty challenging. And then is there more after that? I don't know. You'll have to find out on your own. But wouldn't it be great if there wasn't? And I was just like, they made it sound like there was. But yeah, it's great. Let me go in my review because this is worthy of dropping a name, in my opinion. But the game's great. Controls are great. If you like this type of really hard platformer, I don't understand why you wouldn't love this game. But I want to give a special shout out to, as soon as I find, man, I write a lot. Grand Prize Big Fuzz. That's the name of the band or musician that did the music for Right. Whew, what a soundtrack in this game. Each world gets its own song, and each song retains a motif that plays throughout the whole game, but the songs around it are completely different. I've listened to the soundtrack so much since I played this game. Every day while I'm working, I'm listening to the soundtrack. I don't even know how to describe. I don't know. I'll play a little bit. You tell me how you would describe this music. But it is a hell of a soundtrack. And I went to go see if this guy did any other game soundtracks. And as far as I can see, he hasn't. But I wish he would because the music is so good. Let's go with this one. No, we don't want the first one. Let's go with this one. Yeah. Get into it a little bit. What do you call this? I don't know what you call this.
Castlevania.
It definitely has a Castlevania vibe to it, yeah. Oh, it's so good. But whole soundtrack's great. If you're not going to play the game, listen to the soundtrack. It's amazing. Oh, listen to that.
It's like if Aphex Twin did a game soundtrack, or except with not as many mathematical drums, but
well, it's great. Whole game's great. Love it. And I think it's $7. It's only $7 when it comes out.
Bad.
So yeah, if you like platformers that are very challenging and everything happens in one room, each room's different, obviously, but one room platformers, then this is the one for you. Definitely sits up there with Super Meat Boy. And as far as platformers go, Celeste, it's up there with Celeste. Obviously, Celeste is better because that weaves in story as well, and that's not one screen levels, but excellent game. $7 can't go wrong with it. So look forward to that one. It's good stuff. Go read the review if you want more details. That's it.
What was the game called?
Right. R-I-T-E. There you go. All right. We got questions. Send your questions at goninpod@gmail.com.
Where?
Goninpod@gmail.com. They can be about Nintendo. They can be about video games in general, or whatever the hell fart damn you want. Rock says, do I apologize in advance? I say that to you, not Rock Rock says, if you have a bread roll or a bun and don't fully cut it in half, but fill it with food, does that become a sandwich? Or does it need to be cut in half in order to become a sandwich? Because it needs to be made up of at least 2 pieces of bread. If you leave the bread connected, is it a sandwich?
Yeah.
I say yeah.
Yeah. Right?
I would say yes as well.
Yeah. Because I think intention.
Accepted.
Yeah.
So we're all in agreement here. It is still a sandwich. So even if there's a little dingle connected, it's still a
Sandwich.
sandwich. No pushback from anybody on this
Nope.
here. All right. We're in unison on this one. Devil's advocate? Nothing to advocate for?
Listen, just because I question things and I want to get deeper, no. I didn't say no.
So you say this is a sandwich?
Yeah.
All right. Well, if Nikki
When
Hill's
when you go get a sandwich like a hoagie, and they cut. I used to be very upset when they would cut all the way through because then you pick up a big
that's
stuffed
annoying.
sandwich and it falls apart.
Yeah, you got to like hold the whole thing together. Yeah.
you want the bread gooch to be there to keep all the
Yeah,
stuff
you got to
in.
have the gooch.
The brooch.
The
it's called,
bread
actually.
gooch.
I mean, it's okay for a hamburger to be completely split in half.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, right, but not. Yeah.
You know, I'll save it for after the podcast.
Yeah, don't make them mad.
It was. I wanted to bring up the hot dog hamburger discussion you and I had yesterday, but I know I could talk.
I don't
about
even
it for
know
like a
what
half
the
hour.
I don't even know what the conversation was. It wasn't that big of a deal.
About why hot dogs are seen. As
I said I said hot dogs are for kids and burgers are for adults, and I don't think that's a wrong statement.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean I'm not going to eat a hot dog.
No, I know, but I just in my mind, I cannot make any sense of that because it's just meat and bread, but because one looks like a wiener and one looks like a pancake.
A child. It has nothing to do with that. The child's
Well,
not going
that's
to
what
eat a
I'm
burger
saying.
because they like the taste of a hot dog.
I think it's more of a cultural thing.
Yes.
Than than like the actual like
I-
appearance. Of
Yeah.
I
the
would
of the
argue
foods.
there's also at least in my head, hot dogs are questionable and gross, and therefore I'm leaving them to the children so that I can enjoy the
So
less questionable.
hot dogs are for kids
Choke on
because
this.
it's gross.
they get the scraps.
That's correct. There are plenty of foods
You
that are
know,
too good for children.
If
You don't
there's an
waste them.
argument
That's right.
you're going
It's
to make,
also easier,
and it
yeah.
relates
It's
to
actually a
being
good
mean to
argument.
children, then I might have to agree.
But
with
it's
you.
also easy to, I guess, maybe like slice a hot dog rather than like cut up a hamburger into.
You're actually
As far
not
as
supposed to
cutting-
give hot dogs to really little kids
As
because
far-
they can choke on them.
Yeah. Well,
You have to cut them into like pizza slices, like
Yeah.
triangles.
so
because
the
otherwise...
hamburger would be better for children.
Nah,
Hot
that's
dogs-
grown up food.
No.
I mean, unless you're
You're
giving
on
them
this-
like
falls
You're
on
on
the
this
floor.
train too?
If it falls on the floor, kid, take it.
Yeah.
yeah.
But again, another win for hot dogs because the hot dog will probably roll much further, so it gets more covered in dirt for the kids. All right. Anyway, we also have a Patreon question.
For
Did you know that you can join Patreon for $1? For $1. A woman? Gecko Kitsune joined for $1, and that's this. Oh, by the way, thanks to the people who've been joining Patreon lately, because I don't promote it anywhere but on the podcast, but people are finding it, so thank you. Gecko Kitsune, longtime supporter on the Patreon, where we have the most fun, and you wouldn't believe the fun we have over there. They have a question. They say, "Hey, Pod Gang, I've got a gaming-related question for you.
Nice. Usually they're about sandwiches.
Have you ever put stickers or skins on your gaming consoles or handheld devices? I never really did until the DS Lite when I got an officially licensed Yoshi skin. And later on, I used a small golden vinyl Triforce sticker on my 3DS. Since then, though, I've kept my systems sticker free. I did make an interesting find at Goodwill once. Someone had spray painted an NES solid black. Mr. Black. One of my DSs had decals on it because I had a whole bunch of DSs and I just put it's like some hideous flame decal on there. I put it on there
get
just 'cause it was
decals at
stupid
an
fun.
event?
Nintendo used to give out decals all the time at their Nintendo NY events. Yeah.
I feel like we have an autographed DS Fat somewhere.
We have autographed skin from Miyamoto. We didn't put it on a
Yeah.
DS though. Yeah. With my GameCube, I found out online that you could take out the GameCube top, the little plastic thing that said GameCube on it, and they were like, and you could take off the paint and put a little drawing in there. So that's what I did of the GameCube logo. I put a GameCube logo on the top, and it worked. It actually worked.
I thought
well.
I pictured a little tiny Mario head somehow.
Not on mine.
Hmm.
No.
Weird.
Never.
I wonder where that
Not
came
now,
from.
not never. But other than that, no, I haven't put any decals or anything on systems. Mom Brain, you seem like someone who would do that.
Little Mario head.
Play Mario head till a Mario
I
did.
feel like I might have had a Nintendogs or an Animal Crossing, but I don't recall exactly.
You guys, stickers? You're a sticker guy, definitely.
Yeah, I had a PlayStation magazine back in the day, and every once in a while they would have a sticker for the top of your PlayStation, just like a circular sticker. And I remember I mean, it's so hideous and ugly now. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. It was like one of those smiley, have a nice day faces, but there was like an eye patch on it, and there was something else. I guess like the PlayStation magazine like mascot was like a doctored version of the have a nice day smiley face. So I had a cheesy like sticker on my PlayStation, but the funny thing is the PlayStation wouldn't work unless you turned it upside down, so you couldn't see it when you were playing it anyways.
Oh man.
But I just kind of in my head was like, well, at least the sticker now is protecting the top of the PlayStation when it's upside down. And then I had a couple of DS stickers. Like, I don't remember what design I got, but I had like a sticker set for one of my DS's. And it would have been cool, but like you had to put it on precisely, and I screwed up.
That's usually why I didn't do that stuff, because you had to put it on so perfectly.
Yeah,
and I'm just gonna look at this and see the bubbles all the time. So
yeah, I screwed that up, and I haven't done it since. Now I have just recently I replaced the plates on my PlayStation 5, so instead of like white, it's black now. But it wasn't a decal; it was an actual, like, you pop off the plastic and you pop a new one on. But yeah, I don't think I'd do decals anymore moving forward. Stuff's getting too nice.
Yeah.
Wait, the Have a Nice Day sticker had an eye patch? So it was like Snake Plissken?
It was kind of... I could probably look up a PlayStation magazine.
Snake Plissken in the thing?
I mean, it's...
Solid Snake.
They might have...
Did it have like one tooth and like a goatee?
Because I could definitely see if it was like a Metal Gear Solid reference, even then, like you were even more on board with it.
Red Susan says, imagine if you went to your friend's house and their PS2 had a Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes pissing. You know the sticker.
Yeah, the one on all the pickup trucks. Yeah.
I was trying to look at it.
Yeah, I can't look it up, but
yeah,
it could have been because of that. I mean, that's the only thing. That and like Resident Evil and Final Fantasy VII were the only things PlayStation had going for them.
Yeah, I might have put a decal on like my original Game Boy, or maybe my brother did. I really don't remember. Other than that, yeah, it wasn't really putting them on my systems.
That's exactly it, actually.
We like our systems pristine. Oh, there you go. That's
it's just like,
so that's not Snake,
because I just like imagine like having to like try and remove them and like leaving all that gunk on them.
My parents,
that gave me.
I don't know if anybody else's parents were this way, but my parents were like nuts about stickers. Like,
really,
do not go near the wall or the furniture. Like, they were nuts about that. Like, I was gonna go rogue and just start putting like My Little Pony stickers all over everything.
It's our house now.
Yeah,
put stickers wherever we
my
want.
house now, bitch.
Now, did your NES have the two controllers? The one with like the person's face sticker on it, and then the other one was like a purpley. You know what I'm talking about, though, right? Now, was that a Nintendo official sticker, or did that come afterwards? Because I've seen that.
I got no clue.
on a few like throughout history.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know where that comes from.
My controller.
No, that's got to be like a Game Pro, because Game Pro used to have that face for like their game ratings.
My controllers were numbered.
Oh, that's right.
My mom used a Sharpie to put a number 1 and a number 2.
Right.
So that number 2 controller is in
Bless
like
her heart.
pristine condition. It was
Right?
probably used like 20 times.
You didn't have
Except it has writing on it.
I didn't. There weren't a lot of people who wanted to be my player too.
I'll be your player too. No, you'll be my player too.
Oh, misogyny is still alive here.
What were you playing as a kid with like that was 2-player anyway?
Well, I mean, I played.
Anticipation.
Well, Toe Jam and Earl on my Genesis.
But those controllers didn't say player 1, player 2.
I don't believe they did.
Did you even have a second controller for that?
I'm wondering.
Don't think so.
I mean, I played with other people, so I had to have.
Maybe you gave them an NES controller. Your mom was like, they can use this one. Player 2, of course. Oh, thanks for the question, Gecko Kitsune. All right, let's do music.
I got music.
Oh.
You want to hear it?
Go ahead. No, let's do it.
I got music. You want to hear it? You want to hear it? Oh.
Send your music to goninpod@gmail.com. That is goninpod@gmail.com. Please put music in the title. How many emails we got this week?
Well, you're in luck. 219.
What did I say?
I think you needed us to go over
200?
I think so.
Well, I've effed myself, haven't I? Now, I don't want to go to 10.
You
Wait,
said you
just said-
would.
I don't believe I said that.
We're talking to Rami Cowboy, the guy who
I believe I
makes the
said
rules because
on
then he
last
can
show-
change the rules.
I believe I said on last show that I didn't say how far we would go.
Whatever. Hey, Mom Brain,
Yeah.
you're the captain now.
We'll see what I'll look in the chat if they're saying anything.
Well,
but I
our
don't
first-
I believe I specifically said we would do more, but I didn't say how much more.
First song comes from Jess I.
Oh, hold on. I'm in the chat. Okay.
Is this a Sonic theme?
No.
I'm out.
CSI Miami the game.
No.
This is giving me like mid 2000s vibes, big time. Early to me. What system?
64.
Well, no.
No.
This is on the 64. What a hell of a soundtrack on 64. Wipeout.
No. Tell you what, there's a beauty girl on the cover.
Mischief Makers.
No.
Oh, is it that BMX game?
Nope.
San Francisco Rush. Extreme G.
No.
Ridge Racer.
Yes.
I know that beauty girl.
It was Ridge Racer 64.
Ridge Racer.
Yeah, with the beauty girl on the front from Jess I. Oh, never mind. There's a soundboard suggestion. Let me just. Rami, you'll have to take a peek at that.
Ridge Racer.
This one comes from Ask Me.
Socks
Well,
are the
hold
number
on.
one
You know,
most
there's a little bit of an
requested item
ad.
in homeless shelter.
But we'll get there.
Is it for the HyperX Duo Cast? Well, this is a Kirby.
Yep.
Stake my life on it. This is a Super Nintendo Kirby?
Yep.
Now this one.
This is Kirby
Apex Twin.
Superstar?
It is Kirby Superstar from our friend Ask Me. And of course,
Notice
it was
how I
on the
said
Super
Kirby
Nintendo.
Superstar, not Kirby Superstar Ultra, because that would be incorrect. Even though it had a remake of that song.
Actually.
Yikes. This one comes from
Kirby of the Super Realms.
our friend Blood Ocean 07.
Ocean. Why did we both say that? Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, okay.
One of my favorites from when I was a kid. Hidden gem of the NES.
And
Conquest of the Crystal Palace.
it is Conquest of the Crystal Palace on the NES. Sent to us by our friend Blood Ocean 07.
And just so everyone knows, Romy Cowboy has not heard that song since he was a little kid, and he's just got a steel trap for a brain.
Here's a little tidbit for you. Our news jingle comes from Conquest of the Crystal Palace.
Wow.
And it's
Wait,
from
really?
it's from a news report in that game.
Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum.
Here comes one from Wired. It's as loud as it gets.
It's already familiar. It's no longer familiar.
The Dog Island.
No.
What system? Switch?
Switch.
Yep, that's why we're effed. Not first party.
I don't believe so.
Does it have anything to do with an island?
It doesn't say that in the title.
Does it have anything to do with a dog?
It doesn't say so in the title.
Is it something about animals?
It does not say that in the title.
We don't know. Just go
Is it
ahead.
spelled correctly?
I think so.
It's spelled correctly in the title.
What's that game about the radio on the island? You played it.
The one that
the radio signal. Weird.
Oh my god! Why don't I know that? Oh my god! There's a sequel coming out too. No. Oh my god.
Kentucky Route Zero.
Oh my god!
That's why I'm asking you.
And there's a sequel that's coming out for it now too.
Oxenfree.
Oxenfree.
It is not Oxenfree.
Oh, that's all I got.
The name of the game is The Stanley Parable.
Oh, I played that on PC when it originally came out a long time ago. I don't think I would have ever gotten it anyway.
And it was on the Switch, and it came to us from...
Yeah, they just did the Stanley Parable Deluxe or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Multi-award winning.
A lot of people are real excited for that one.
Geku Kitsune sends us this little ditty.
Oh, come on. This is a part of our childhood.
For some reason, I keep like accidentally looking at this.
You know it.
Mario Kart.
It's hard not
Which
to
one?
see it.
It's usually not an issue.
64.
He's right. The man's got it.
Mario Kart 64 from Geku Kitsune. Here comes a little ditty from Fart Blossom,
God,
who
that's
says,
great.
I got music. You want to hear it.
I hope we want to hear it.
Oh, you want to hear this one.
I've been getting paid $1,000 a month.
Well, you don't want to hear that one.
How? $1,000 for what?
Let's bring her back.
For doing this one weird thing.
Oh.
It's coming. It's coming. Here we go.
You said I want to hear this, and I'm supposed to know this?
Yeah, what system is this?
64.
Oh,
It sounds like Castlevania.
It's not.
Okay.
Is it Nightmare Creatures?
No.
That would have been my next guess. First party?
No.
Doesn't sound like it. All right, so it's definitely 64 quality, but it's not bad.
It is 64.
Battle tanks.
No.
It's for loot. Wrestling related?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so. Jesus, where am I supposed to go with this? WCW versus NWO. Raw.
No.
WWF 2000.
No.
Attitude.
No.
WWF. Wrestling. Can you give it to me?
Yeah.
In your house.
No. It's Warzone.
Warzone.
And it's Mankind's.
Ah. Yes. Okay.
So is WWF Warzone
Raw
on the
War,
64,
baby.
and that came to us from Fart Blossom.
I remember watching that intro. I was gonna say as a kid, technically a kid, I guess, and just getting like
Fart
so
Blossom.
pumped up.
This one is from Streaks.
Ooh, we know this one, right?
I do. You know it well.
It's Castlevania.
No, let me give you sound effects.
Ghouls and Ghosts.
Super Mario 2.
Wow. I was like, that sounds like Birdo.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Super Mario Brothers 2. Yeah. Kirby, it's been a really long time. Can you give me that Earthworm Jim?
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
It's funny. That's the second Earthworm Jim today because you saw a cover of Nintendo Power with Earthworm Jim, and I burped out Earthworm Jim.
This is a.
Earthworm Jim. There you go. That's pretty good.
This comes from
was
Stephanie,
perfect,
sending love from Paris to all the podcast
Oh,
crew.
merci beaucoup.
Paris, Texas,
Sending
the
love.
big time.
Merci blanc
Sending
blanc.
love all the way from the city of love.
who says this is the first submission from France.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, you made it possible for the music section to go on a little bit longer this week. Oh boy, come on. This is my week. Well, because I like doing this. It's NES. It's Sunsoft because it's got that bass. You don't have to look it up. It's Sunsoft. I just listen to Sunsoft soundtracks in general, but I believe this is Journey to Silliest.
It is on the NES.
Hot Shovel. This is Hot Shovel. Sunsoft, man. Whoever their composer or composers were, I knew how to make that NES
May they rest
sing.
in peace.
I don't think you're dead.
Oh yeah, good. Well,
Jeez.
good. May them live on forever. May them.
May them live on forever. Yep. That's great.
So the next song for this week.
Did any of these emails you're opening have multiple songs in them?
No.
Oh, see, that hurts. We're gonna have to stop soon.
I asked them not to.
Well, okay, you guys listened.
All right. So this comes from Slacker Monkey, who says, wanted to send music for the podcast revival, but life got in the way a lot recently. Finally getting around to it, hoping to send many more. I'm hoping that whatever life got in your way has been all good life.
Life hits you fast.
Thanks.
And
Oh, is that you?
Yeah, was that your toe?
I've been
Slacker Monkey says this one of my favorite songs from any video game soundtrack.
I hope this one of my favorite songs too. Nothing like somebody takes the time to send in music and I make fun of them. Thank you for the song, Slacker Monkey.
Really appreciates it.
This is familiar.
Yeah, you played it.
How recently maybe?
This is older.
Is it GameCube?
It is GameCube.
Wow.
Odama?
It's not.
Not first party.
It is first party.
What? All right. Well, that should help. What first party would this be?
Mario Sunshine.
This is hot.
Nope.
First party. You got a Discord.
Is it a Pokemon?
It is not.
All right. Well, let's do the old thing here. Not a Kirby.
Nope.
It's not a Pokemon.
Nope.
It's not a Star Fox.
Nope.
It's not a Zelda.
Nope.
You said
It's not Pokemon.
It's not a Fire Emblem.
Nope.
It's not a Mega. Or it's not
No.
a Mario.
It is.
Paper Mario.
Yes.
All right. So Thousand Year Door.
Yes.
I haven't played that since it originally came out.
Good.
Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door on GameCube.
Great game.
Uh,
Great game.
Great job.
Those three awesome ghosts in it. I forget their names.
Bibbidi Bobbidi and Boo.
This is our last song. I don't know what number we're at, but this is the last song.
Show's over.
This one comes from Autumnal Blake.
Autumnal Blake. Portable?
Yeah.
DS?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. This is first party.
Yeah.
Clubhouse games?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe.
Nicely done.
Haven't heard from Autumnal Blake in a while. Hoping all is well.
Does it tell you what song or what game?
Oh yeah.
I can't go that far.
Solitaire, Last Card, Dominoes.
You don't remember
Well, it
this?
says I doubt it. Solitaire, Last Card, Dominoes. I don't know what that all means, but that's what it says.
I don't remember it being. Well, I didn't play Solitaire on that. I played. Okay. No.
That was Brain Age.
Yeah. I guess I did play Solitaire.
Did anyone keep track of how many
6
we
out
did?
of 9.
6 out of 9, baby.
6 out of 9.
I think we did 9 of them. I could be wrong.
I don't know, was anyone if anyone in the chat was keeping count, just let us know.
I kept count until I got too excited about one of the songs, and then I gave up. I forgot.
That's what I was hoping for. You know, like when you're a little kid and you're playing at a friend's house and your mom comes to pick you up, and then your mom and your friend's mom start talking, and you're like, yeah, man, we're going to get extra time here. You just try to be quiet and behave.
Solid Master Link says 10. Did we do 10 of them? Wow. Did we really? And we got most of them. I think we got all of them.
Great job. Yes. 6 out of 9.
6 out of 9.
Yeah, we did it.
You got all 6 out of 9.
Do you have something for us?
Do you?
Of course I do.
Do.
Of course I do.
Well, Scooby Doo can do. Solid Master Link says 9 right.
We need a song to go with
9 out of
Dew's
6.
theme song.
I've been
Like
thinking
music,
the same thing.
not a song,
I've been
'cause-
thinking about talking to Austin to do something.
Well, Dew sings it beautifully, so we're going to have Dew
Yeah,
sing
you
the
guys
track.
You don't have to go all out, but Dew's Views, it's never news. Rumor of the Week, starring Dew Michaels.
Says, some sort of rumor? Do you have some sort of rumor?
This is, usually it's a rumor, Red Sousa. This week, I've got something that's true.
we're
So,
in for a treat.
yeah, we were talking about this earlier. It's really stupid. This is bad even for me this week.
Can't wait.
So,
Well, hey, listen, a fact is a fact. So
yeah, I yes.
Yes.
Yes, of course. This is true. Digimon Survive is going to be... I got nothing here.
I love how you wrote this earlier and you're disgusted by yourself an hour later.
Well, it sounded funny at the time. So there's a new game coming out called Digimon Survive, and it's
Nicky Hill likes it.
And
He's
it's
a fan of fun.
So you get to start by choosing one of 3 characters: a fire mom, a water mom, or a green mom.
So this is Digimon and Pokemon together.
Is it not the same thing? Is Digimon not like Pokemon?
No. Well, it is as in it's monsters, but it's not like types.
How much reading is in this one?
They
I
had
want to
trading
know
cards
before I
too,
buy
right?
it.
Digimon.
This one has very little reading in it. You just have to survive with your mom. That's all. That's all it is. So
That was a really great story.
That was a really great fact.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. I mean, it's a fact. You're just delivering the facts. That's all there is to it.
yeah. So just keep an eye out for that one. And with peace and love, I hope you enjoy it.
Thanks for watching and listening, everybody.
Oh, boy.
Smash that subscribe
Smash
button.
it. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Everybody have a great
Goodbye.
Weekend and week.
After show, Do, would you like to talk about Prey?
Eat, Pray, Love.
Well, I'm the only person who's seen it.
When did
I
you
know.
watch it? I didn't even know it was
Last
out.
night.
Last night. when I got
After
home.
my dad gave
Wow.
that review,
Late
he was
night.
like, I got to go on.
Well,
Well, it
I
took me an
watched.
hour
Did
to
he
get
like it
home.
as much as Halo?
Let me tell you what my dad said.
Wait, before you get into it, where do I find this thing that's hidden about me? Because
Do you
I
have the
can't. I don't know where to
transcript?
look.
Go to your profile.
What profile?
Log into the site and go to your profile.
I did, and there's
Well,
nothing there.
okay, I'll show you afterwards. I promise. Let me get to my dad first. My dad said, "Just watch Prey." Wow! If it was released in movies, it would be the sci-fi blockbuster hit of the summer. You won't be disappointed, he said after that.
Nice. Well,
So Do heard that
I'll
was
take
like,
that back.
well,
I had to.
if
I had to
Rami's
see it
dad
for
is all about
myself.
it, then I got to be in on it.
Well, because I had seen the trailers and I was like, oh, this kind of looks bad, and I was complaining a little bit about the trailer last night to Nicky Hill, and yeah, I don't know, I don't know what it was. I guess because it has good reviews and your dad was like down with it, I figured I would give it a shot when I got home. Plus, I've been jonesing for a movie to watch, but yeah, it was pretty good as far as like, you know, that kind of crap goes.
you like that crap?
I love the original Predator, and I really haven't had an experience. I've seen all of them, and haven't really liked any of them since the first one.
Oh, did we watched Predators?
The one with
together.
Adrian Brody.
Yeah, I remember thinking that one was pretty good.
It wasn't bad. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Haven't watched it since. But like, yeah, I agree with you. That one I remember not being too bad. But this one I liked better, and I think like I liked it enough where I'd probably watch it again at some point. What I appreciated about it was something that I complain about movies a lot is like they stuck to it's distracting what you're doing, but it's okay.
I'm sorry. I was showing Nikki Hill his bio.
I know you were, but still, you asked me to talk about this, and then you're laughing behind my back about
boy. All right,
unrelated
I'll
things.
pay attention.
Well, now I've lost my train of thought. But yeah, eat, pray, love.
Eat, pray, love.
But no, it was fine. I just I liked it. I liked the use of language in it. There is quite a bit of English, which is annoying, but like they use other languages too, and I appreciate that when it's when it's relevant. So, and
is there like an international cast? I don't really know.
Well, it's like all Native Americans
okay.
and it takes place in like the 1700s or something like that, or the 1600s or something. So it's like pretty cool. It's got so it's mostly Native Americans in the start, and like there's very little dialogue. So like a lot of the story is just told through what you're observing, and like I like that kind of stuff a lot. So, so I really liked that. There's a lot of cool imagery with the predator and with the hunter that's hunting the predator and all that stuff. She's great in it. So I would say if you like Predator movies, you should give it a watch.
If you like,
pretty good.
If you've seen Predator movies up to this point that you got something out of, then yeah, this one you should definitely watch because it's good.
There's no reason to skip it. Like if you've been watching them anyways, like me, then you might as well just watch this one too. But
it was released in theaters, would it be the blockbuster?
Sci-fi,
the sci-fi blockbuster, because Top Gun has got to be my blockbuster of the summer. But sci-fi, yeah, I don't see why not. It would have been a cool movie to see in the theater. It's not necessary to see it in the theater. It's a little bit smaller scale, and it does. I mean, the effects look good, but it's done on like a low key. I hate to use that term, but like a low key scale. But it's well done. So I liked it. I don't know what these Predators deals are. I mean, I don't know why they have to like they have to like hunt crap, and the more dangerous the better. They just love it. But hey, good for them, man. They've been doing it for hundreds of years. So what am I supposed to say?
We logged into Nikki Hill's account so he could see that he is, according to his bio, so he wrote this, GoNintendo's resident hentai correspondent.
I still don't even know where you see that, because when I look at my profile, it's empty. So
well, it's your bio, so I think you'd have to at least have a comment for it to work.
So nobody else sees it either.
Just they would.
If I commented somewhere.
Yeah, they could. Right. It wouldn't be on your comment, but if they clicked on your name, they should be able to see it.
Glad I haven't commented on anything.
I mean, I could also add it to my bio. So it says that you are the hentai correspondent.
That makes sense.
Your approved comments so far are 42. So you've had throughout GoNintendo's history
just been one
have
word,
commented
hentai.
42 times.
42 times. Hentai.
That's what it says.
Hentai.
That's what it says, definitely.
Hentai.
And your avatar is very inappropriate. No, it's not. All right. That's what we got for this week's show. Thanks, everybody. I'm tired. My walk was so hot today. I'm tired.
Everybody stay safe. Be good.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Rest, relax. You deserve it. Play a game with friends and family.
Before making decisions or speaking to other people, ask yourself, what would Mr. Rogers do?
What would Mr. Clean do? That's right.
He gets rid of dirt and grime and grease in just a minute.
Yeah, with like not cleaning products, something like literally file down your walls.
You know, I used a magic eraser on my sewing table, which is just plastic.
Oh, bad idea.
No, it was great. Clean as a whistle.
Really?
I need you to try on those shorts as soon as you stand up.
No. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Oh, with Cookie. Remember, Cookie review, hopefully. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. That's what I was waiting for.
Andrew, I'm going to need you to 1 week do a